Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park, is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
We're at a commercial break.
I need a new 219 chain, I need a 77 tooth roof sprocket, I need some more chain lube, and I need it probably as soon as like tomorrow. Dude, are you even listening? Like, we need this to run this weekend.
Want anything else?
What do you mean?
I already got it in the Kart on Acceleration Kart Racing's online store, bro. All orders over $200 get free shipping.
Oh, throw in a set of tires.
Done.
Everything you need, all in one place and shipped to your door for free on orders of $200 or more. Exclusions apply. Shop akr.com.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
Green flag is out for your 2:06 Sportsman as they make their way now through turns 1, 2, heading over towards 3. Normally turns 1 now. And I believe out in front, that is a NPG KR going down towards the start and finish straight. If I'm not mistaken, that should be Taylor out in P1. Let's see it across the line. It is Austin Taylor to P1. His teammate Dominic Addis there in the second position with Danny O'Gara on the top cart there, sitting P3. Fourth position goes to Titus Roberts on a new Gen Haas chassis. And then P5 is Will Feistinger in another MPG KR. So that's your top 5 as of now. Just behind him, Dylan Thomas on the Top Car USA as he makes a look now towards the inside. There's your top 2 now going towards what should be turn number 1. Side by side, door to door goes your top 2. So Gaddis had a peek there on the inside of Austin Taylor. Taylor continues to hold strong out in front, but slowly but surely, O'Gara and Roberts are inching their way towards the top 2. Down this front straightaway, over into the drop in the oval. You can see their heads bob a little bit as they come down into the oval transition. Then it's a hard right over into the oval turn 4 before they snake their way over into the cut out before making their way into the inner hairpin. Crossover now towards the south side hairpin, down into turn 1 again. And it looks like a little bit of a gap starting to form between Austin Taylor and Dominic Gaddis in P2, but here comes Danny O'Gara in 3rd. He was down by about 4 or 5 kart lengths. Now has cut that lead down to about 0.7 of a second between himself and Dominic Gaddis going into turn number 1 as they snake their way over into that quick little turn 2, 3 complex. Austin Taylor not feeding it all the way out to the grass. He wants to hold it a little bit tighter as O'Gara cutting that lead down again to about 4 kart lengths separates himself and Gaddis in P2. Austin Taylor, meanwhile, starting to set sail out in front. He's 0.7 clear of Gaddis and about 1 second clear of O'Gara in the 3rd position. Over the crossover they go, down towards the south side hairpin. There they are, dipping down into the what's now off camber. So you go down the banking towards that short chute before you get to Daytona Corner. Good shot on the backstretch there. There's the rest of the field snaking their way over into Daytona Corner. There's the gap between 1 and 2. The orange and blue helmet out in front is Austin Taylor. Right here is the battle for 2nd. There was Dominic Gaddis in that cue ball helmet, giving a tap to the back to O'Gara, saying, hey, let's work together, catch back up. Don't try to battle me too hard now. We still got 2 minutes plus 2 laps to go. So if we work together, we might be able to catch back up to Austin Taylor. Austin Taylor, however, has got himself clear of the draft. 1 second clear of Gaddis and about 1.1 second clear of O'Gara. So O'Gara, he is willing to wait right now. He's playing the long game. Goes straight to Gaddis' back bumper, saying, all right, let's work together. Let's see where this goes. I got a little bit of time to burn here. All I'm doing, if I do decide to battle, he was gaining 1 position. Opportunity now to get 2 if he plays his cards right. So there's Austin Taylor down that back straightaway in that 224 MPG KR into turn 1, feeding that thing all the way out to the outside wall before snaking his way back up the track, setting up over into turn 2. There's a gap between himself and the rest of the leaders. Let's hold this shot here. There's the gap that we're trying to watch right now. That's between O'Gara, Gaddis, and Taylor. Last time by, it was 1.09. This is going to be the tail across the stripe. O'Gara's pushing him as a less than a second, and I think it has grown. It has. 1.2 seconds between Austin Taylor, Gaddis, and O'Gara and company. So, Austin Taylor, I think, has got himself set up in a good position right now. About 1 minute and 20 seconds plus 2 laps to go. If he can just hold on to the second gap about 2 more laps, he should have pole position locked up. O'Gara, though, he knows time's starting to expire. When he sees the 2 sticks in the air, he's probably not going to want to play nice, so to speak, to Gaddis there in the 2nd spot. He'll probably look to make up 1 more position to get himself up onto the front row. Over into turn 2, snaking their way through. O'Gara, he was up on the back bumper in the corner, backed off just a little bit, closes back up again, giving a little bit of a push there on the exit, and all the way down that front straightaway on the back bumper of Gaddis. There they are going into the drop into the oval, down to the oval turn 1. Let's see the gap. Plateaus. 1.2 seconds separates Taylor and Gaddis, and Austin Taylor, he went provisional, fastest lap so far. 46.710 for Austin Taylor. But that lap traffic, that's not going to help. It backed him up just a little bit, and just like that, Gaddis and O'Gara are in the draft of the leader going down the back straightaway. Not a whole lot of draft being received there from that second 2. However, it's just enough to pick up that RPM for those 2 going into that back straightaway, and followed by this corner right here into turn 1. So out of turn 1, setting up for turn 2. Gaddis in the draft of Taylor, O'Gara in the draft of Gaddis. O'Gara now is probably going to be more than willing to play it patient here. He's pushing on the back bumper of Gaddis, going down towards start-finish straight. double sticks are being shown right there on the right-hand side of your screen by our flag man, Adam Burrows. So 2 laps remain in the top 3, nose to tail. And man, Austin Taylor's got his head on the swivel. He was set looking pretty there for a almost guaranteed pole position. Now he's going to have to earn it. Elbows up, and he's looking back. Here, the draft is not going to work to his advantage. Gaddis and O'Gara are going to have about another 3 mile an hour going down into turn 1. Austin Taylor, he's not defending just yet. He's holding the racing line. Down into turn 1. Gaddis not close enough to make a lunge. He closes up. Here comes O'Gara. Thought about trying to set up Gaddis for an attempt there to go up into the 2nd spot, but I think he's going to watch this one out between the top 2. Still nose to tail coming out of the final corner, heading down towards start-finish straight, I should say, as Taylor holds on to about a 2 car length advantage. O'Gara pushing hard on the back bumper of Gaddis. White flag presented this time by, and whoever ends up on top here will be on provisional pole. Gaddis had a look to the inside. O'Gara pushing hard. I think O'Gara's willing to wait until they get to the start line of turn 1. This time turn 4. Down through Daytona corner they go. They're spread out just a little bit. Gaddis not close enough to make a lunge here. He can tow up to him. Here he is, down to about a half a car length. Does he send it deep here? Does he wait? He attempts for it on the exit. Not quite close enough, but he tries to pop down for a crossover. Can't get it done. O'Gara falls off just a little bit there into turn 4. Now over to turn 5 and 6 now. Gaddis not going to be close enough, and I think Taylor may have done it. He's got a 3 car length advantage. Here comes O'Gara. O'Gara debating popping out, and he does across the stripe. O'Gara getting Gaddis at the line. So how about that? Austin Taylor slaps on pole position. O'Gara's going to join him on the front row in P2. Gaddis falls back into 3rd. Dylan Thomas 4th, Titus Roberts 5th, Will Feistinger in 6th, Jordan Lanfin 7th, Blake Martinez in 8th, Dalton Sears 9th, and Kason Henderson rounds out your top 10. So that is going to do it for your 206 Sportsman Heat Race. Up next is going to be your 206 Cadet, coming to you live here on Kart Chaser Grassroots, and you are watching from the Indy Karting Challenge here at Whiteland Raceway Park. Flag is out for your 2
slow. He slowed him down more.
Definitely looks controlled.
And here we are set to go for your 2:06 Sportsman as they are coming down at a blistering speed here towards the green flag into turn 1, modern day turn 4. Green flag is out. Reagan Hodge is going to take it into turn 1. Is going to go straight to the point. Reagan now has a commanding lead over the rest of the field. Looking about 3 kart lengths so far through Big Bend now. Heading over towards the final corner. And now she's got about a 5 or 6 kart length advantage. And I think as of now she can maybe set it in cruise control as she's got herself out of the draft of the rest of the field. She qualified well over 4/10 of a second over the rest of the field as she makes her way across the start-finish straight. Now Chase Call in that second position. He's got himself out of the drafting range. Your third place from there of Simon Ellick in P3. So through Daytona for the first time, Reagan Hodge is going to have a commanding lead over the rest of the field. You can see on your screen the left-hand side. That was Reagan all the way down into turn 1. Closest kart to her is Chase Call, who is about an entire corner there in turn 4 behind your leader as Reagan goes through Big Bend now, coming down towards that final corner. Sets it up for it, goes all the way down. Beautiful exit, now down towards that front straightaway, and I think she might be over 1.2 seconds from Chase Call in P2. Let's see the gap this time by. Reagan sets her first time at 50.594. Chase Call 3.6 seconds back from Reagan Hodges out in front. Lewis Simonellic sitting at about 3/10 behind Chase Call there in P2. Christopher Heinzen sitting about 4 seconds back from Simonellic, 8 seconds back from Hodges, and Enzo Signer about a second back from Heinzen, 10 seconds back from Reagan Hodges out in front. So closest 2 karts on track are Chase Call and Lewis Simonellic. Going down the backstretch now, there is kart 33, your leader of Reagan Hodges out in front. Again, these are 5 minutes plus 2 laps, so we're sitting at about 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. There's Lewis Simonellic trying to set up a pass there on Chase Call going into Big Bend, now going into the final corner. So here is the battle for second. That is Chase Call and Lewis Simonellic almost going door to door there through the final corner, and Lewis is all over. Lit is all over the back bumper of Chase Call now. Chase Call not quite going on the defensive here through the south side hairpin. Chase Call, who is I thought was on a top car, but I believe now is on a Energy going down that back straightaway. Lewis Simonellic appears to be on an HMG chassis going into turn 4 now. Let's see, does Lewitt have enough to get it done here? He thinks about trying to set up a crossover move on Chase Call. Chase Call goes straight up to the high side. It looks like Lewitt is going to follow in tow. 2 minutes and 25 seconds plus 2 laps to go. Down over into turn 1. And that HMG going a little bit wider on the exit, trying to get more momentum down the straightaways and closing up to the back bumper of Chase Call now. They drop down into the oval. The wedge takes that higher line on entry. Is going to close it back up here and down by about a half a car length as they make their way through turns 2. Heading back over now into turn 3, coming up towards the top of the hill. Down into the dip to the south side hairpin they go. Does Lewitt take it here? No, he's going to stay right in tow of Chase Call in the second position. Chase Call out in front in that Energy Kart with the cue ball helmet going down the back straightaway. Lewitt in the green helmet on the HMG chassis. Lewitt has a look down on the inside, gets right about to the quarter panel, goes straight to the back bumper, gives a little bit of a push there. Not close enough to get a move done. I think he could have lunged it, but he decided not to risk it. Again, they're just battling over who's going to start on the front row. This is the battle for P2. Reagan Hodge is out in front, 7.4 seconds clear of the rest of the field. So Lewitt still working that tow of Chase Call in P2, going down towards turn 1. And Again, that higher line appears to be working for Lit as he closes up, now. Straight to the back bumper he goes again, up towards the top of the hill, and I think Chase Call might be slowly starting to pull away from Simon Ellick in the third position. Last time by, Call went a 51.420. Simon Ellick went a 51.583. So not a huge difference. Lit is staying in due to the draft as he's closing up now into turn 4. Does he take it here? No, he's going to be right there in the toe of it. We're looking at about 50 seconds plus 2 laps to go. Here comes Simon Ellick now. He's got it up on the inside. Chase Call rolls that outside line, says you would love that position, wouldn't you? But you're not going to get it here. Now to the back bumper. Simon Ellick starting to get them elbows out. 20 seconds plus 2 laps to go. So we're looking at about 3 minutes remaining. Down into the bowl of turn 1. Coming up over on the exit of the oval into turn 2. Now they're going to snake their way up through that bend of turn 3. Coming over into the south side hairpin. Southside hairpin this time by. Simon Ellick doesn't have enough here, so they make their way on the exit of the south side, now heading towards Daytona, which is also called turn 5. Down this long back straightaway heading into 6. This is going to be a good passing opportunity if Lit can get just close enough. He's at the back bumper. It looks like Call does not defend. He takes a normal line. So does Lit. Here into 7 is when Lit attempted it last time by. Doesn't try it this time as 2 laps are being presented this time by. Tier leader Reagan Hodges out in front. Over into the final corner of turn 8. Down this straightaway they go into the entry of the oval. That drop of the hill into the oval they go. Through oval turn 1. Coming up over on the exit now. Lit not close enough here. He's just in the toe of Chase Call out in front. Onto the cross or the short chute they go on the exit of Daytona. Does Lit have it here? He's closing up about 2 or 3 kart lengths back into turn number 6. Can't quite get it done. He's been trying that move over and over again. He's got a nose on the inside and he decides better of it and just takes his foot just out of it as he's going to continue to follow behind Chase Call. Lap traffic out in front. I believe that may be Enzo Signer there in kart 27 just in front of him going down into turn 1. White flag being presented this time by as there goes Chase Call. Beautiful move around the outside. And now he is going to use Lit as a pick. And that is going to give just enough separation between himself and Lit to pull away to hold on to that second position. Someone went off there. I believe that may have been Signer who dipped a wheel over on the back straight. Let's see if we can't pick up here with your leader of Reagan Hodges coming down towards the start-finish straight now. She makes her way on the exit of the final corner, coming down towards the start-finish straight. There she is. Checkered flag is out. Reagan Hodges going to take the win here for the 206 Cadet Heat, and she will put it on pole position here to start for the feature this afternoon. Up next to the line should be Chase Call. And I believe it is going to be Chase Call. Twin checkered flags are out, and he will start on the second spot. How about that from a drive from Reagan Hodges? 16 seconds is the gap she was able to build over Chase Call for P2. Like we said, Call comes back into P2, Lit Simon Ellick into P3, Christopher Hines in 4th, Enzo Signer rounds out the field in P number 5. That is going to do it for your 206 Cadet. Up next, your 206 Junior set to make their way on track for their heat race, and that is going to determine the starting spot for the feature set to come later this morning. I do apologize. 206 Medium, one of your headline classes is next. How can I forget that one? They are now making their way onto grid. You can see them there under the awning, set to go out on track, and we are going to go green here shortly.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
Here we go. One of your two headline classes set to go green here. This is your 206 medium set to go live here on Kart Chaser Grassroots. You're watching the Indy Karting Challenge here from Whiteland Raceway Park in Whiteland, Indiana. Your front row is going to be Mark Steele, who is sitting now on, or sorry, that's not Mark Steele. That is, if I'm not mistaken, that should be Wilbur on pole position with Howerton into P2. His teammate Mark Steele sitting just behind him there in the third position. Green flag is out. They go green into turn 6, and Levi Wilbur got a good lead there now as Mark Steele is going to try to send it back up on the inside here. He's got his elbows out, and it looks like he is going to hold that position for a moment. Side by side there for third. A little bit of contact there in the second pack, and just like that, shot out of a cannon goes Levi Wilbur down towards the start-finish straight into turn number 1. They're all jockeying for position a little bit farther back as they barrel it into the oval turn number 1 before they snake their way back up the hill and try to go single file towards the exit of turn 2. Levi Wilbur out in front. McCorkadale now into P2. Mark Steele, Gage Justianato up in that front pack. He is going to go to P3. Mark Steele just behind him is going to give him a little bit of a push now. Jared Howerton in 4th. He is watching and waiting to see what happens. I think he's going to follow here. Mark Steele up on the inside of Gage Justianato there for 3rd. Down into turn 6, and there it is. They are sliding all the way out to the exit. Mark Steele up into P3. Justianato back into 4th. Howerton P5. Just behind him goes Fox there for 6th. And just behind Fox, I believe, is Raider Santos as we got one turned around on the exit of Big Ben there, heading over into turn 7 as we continue to sit back and watch the leaders now over into turn number 1. So Wilbur continues to lead. P2 there with the green helmet, the red-white chassis of the Burrell Art. The CW is Evan McCorkadale. Mark Steele there in P3, Mr. Importer himself for the Burrell chassis. So right now it is a CW 1, 2, 3, Wilbur, McCorkadale, and Steele. Gage Justianato, who I believe is under AMAX's 10th this weekend in P number 4. Jared Howerton on the iCart, the hometown hero. All the chassis made in Indianapolis, Indiana. Currently sets into P4. I think he's fallen back into 5th now because he is behind Gage Justianato, and he is still P number 5. Just behind him, Eli Fox in that gold new gen Haas chassis is currently pushing the way on Howerton. Just behind him, Braden Johnson on the AMAX entry in P number 7. So they make their way now, snaking out of turn 1, heading over into turn 2 before they go to this little bit of a crossover on the back straightaway, a little bit of a dip down the hill towards the south side hairpin. There goes Wilbur, there goes McCorkadale, and then there's the pack to worry about. That is where all the action is happening. That is Mark Steele, Justianato, although it looks like Steele shot out of a cannon coming out of Daytona. He's got himself a good gap now over the battle between Justianato, Howerton, and Fox and company. Down into turn 1, Howerton tries to get a nose in on Justianato. He can't quite get there. Fox is right there to give assistance if needed. Braden Johnson slowly coming up in the picture as well. Down towards turn 1 they go. There is on the caboose right there, Kart 26, your 7th placement of Braden Johnson. Down towards turn 1, into the bowl. Now into the oval, turn 1 they go. Over in the crossover turn 2, Mark Steele still holding on to a little bit of a gap at 2. Carlos to himself, engaged Justinato. Howerton looks like he's no longer going on the attack. He's now trying to push Gage to see if he can't catch back up to Mark Steele in that 3rd position. Just under 2 minutes plus 2 laps to go. 3rd Daytona corner. There's your top 2 on the middle to right-hand side of your screen. That is Levi Wilbur, Kart 06 on the Burrell Art CW. P2, Evan McCorkadale, another Burrell Art CW. So 2 teammates about to connect here. They might be able to do some damage and push themselves away from that 2nd pack. There's the 3rd teammate in that top 3, Mark Steele, the Burrell Art CW on the exit of the final corner. So the top 3 now slowly pulling themselves away from the rest of the pack. Gage Justinato in 4th. Man, he is holding on. He is holding off the attack, but now he's actually falling back through the field. Gage Justinato is falling back behind Howerton and Fox. He's back into 6th, and currently right now he's getting a little bit of assistance from Braden Johnson in the 7th position, although Johnson has to look for it. There it is on the bottom part of your screen. Johnson now is going to take it up 1 more position. So Johnson up in the 6th spot, Justinato back into 7th. So there's your top 2, Wilbur and McCorkadale, 1 and 2, pushing themselves, trying to get away from the rest of the field. The 3rd placement of Mark Steele, the importer himself for the Burrell Arts here for CW, is just ahead of Fox and Howerton. Fox able to get around Howerton off camera, so that new Gen Haas is up into the 5th position, or 4th position. Howerton falling back into P5, but those 2, historically speaking, when they work together, are able to close the gap down quickly, and it looks like they're doing it. Let's keep the shot right here. That is the battle for 3rd between Steele, Fox, and Howerton going down into the south side hairpin. Fox closing up on the back bumper of Steele, and Steele knows it. He took a peek back. He saw that they're closing up. He even shook his head. He saw the 2 coming up towards him. He goes, I know, I'm in a little bit of danger here. He's got no assistance to the front, and the 2, like teammates, but not on the same team. They work together quite well, and now they're on the attack. Can Steele hold on for the next 2 minutes as the time strikes 0? 2 laps to go this time by. There goes Fox on the inside of Steele. Howerton tries to follow. Steele gonna have his elbows out. He slots right back in to split the 2. Down towards the stripe, double sticks in the air. So 2 more times by before we see the checkered flag, and now Steele pushing on the back bumper of Fox. Howerton following right behind Steele, and there's all 3 of them now closing up onto the top 2. Fastest car last time by, Eli Fox, 46.2. The top 2 both went 46.7. So that 2nd 3-pack closing up to the 2 leaders now into turn 1. So here they go into turn 1, and the top 5 about to bunch back up as we're going to see the white flag this time by, and we got a 5-card shootout. How about this for a barn burner for a heat race? Into the final corner they go. It is going to be Howerton as the caboose there in 5th, leading the way. Levi Wilbur down into turn number 1. Fox dives it up on the inside there. McCorkadale, does he take the spot? They go door to door to 2. McCorkadale's going to slide it back, gives breathing room to Wilbur. Wilbur, I think, is going to be safe now for provisional pole. The battle's in the 2nd group. Steele under fire. He goes back into 5th. Fox sideways into the south side hairpin. He goes up into P2. McCorkadale now is going to have to push, and just ahead of these 2 right here. Let's watch it. There it is. Side by side. Here comes McCorkadale on Fox into turn 1. Fox is on the outside. Here comes Steele. Steele sends it 3 wide over into Big Ben. Here comes Howerton. Huge push to the back bumper of Fox. Fox is going to hold out on point just ahead of McCorkadale. Now Howerton takes it around the outside line. Steele onto the inside. It's going to be a photo finish for 3rd. Down towards the stripe. Howerton on the outside. Steele gets it for 4th, and credit to where it's due. Levi Wilbur, how about that for a commanding run? 2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. I don't want to trivialize at all the awesome performance he had, but that was a barn burner there for the 2nd position. It was Eli Fox splitting up the CWs to go into P2, McCorkadale into 3rd, Mark Steele 4th, Howerton in 5th, Braden Johnson 6th, Gage Justinato 7th, Braden Heber in 8th, Raider Santos 9th, and Aaron Maxwell rounds out your top 10. Wow, how about that for a heat race? And that is just a precursor of what's to come here for the actual feature itself, set to go later this morning. So that'll do it for your 206 medium. Up next is the 206 junior, set to go live here on Kart Chaser as you were watching the Indy Karting Challenge from the Whiteland Raceway Park. And the green flag is out into turn 1. And oh, contact there in the mid-pack on back. And I think that may have been your outside pole sitter. It looked like to be a top cart. Turned around facing the wrong way as they're still going to go side by side here for second on back. And around the outside, how about that? That is going to be Coyle Delaney up into P2. Right around the outside, went 3 wide for a moment there in the final corner. And he's going to give himself a little bit of breathing room down into turn 1. Meanwhile, your leader out in front, Sam Tutwiler, pulling away from the rest of the field over Coyle Delaney in that second spot. Running on that top cart chassis there, P3. Easton Shores also on a top cart, leading over Lucas Randolph there in 4th, as they're still going to go side by side, and they're 3 wide coming out of the south side corner. There's a replay on the bottom side of your screen. It just looks like the inside line may have gotten turned a little bit and then bunched up the rest of the field. They all had to split around, but that was all in the favor of Sam Tutwiler out in front, as you can see Austin Fairfield there giving his thoughts to the rest of the team. Here's the field now, down into Big Ben heading over into turn 8. And how about that for the Kart 31 and 67, Coyle Delaney. He's almost got the rest of the field out of drafting range from behind, as Easton Shore is trying to do the same as well. So Coyle Delaney got himself checked out from the field. Kart 31, Easton Shore is trying to do the same. So the top 3 get a little stagnant, although your 4th placeman, Gabriel Payne, on that new Gen Haas chassis, he's still in the tow and might be able to shake up the 2 top carts running in 2nd and 3rd if he can just get to the inside. He tried it there on the exit, not quite close enough to get it done there. There's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th on back. There is your 2nd placement of Coyle Delaney, and here they go into turn number 6. And Easton Shore is still going to hold on to that 3rd position for the moment. Gabriel Payne for 4th on that white new gen chassis, trying it there on the inside. He pops up to the outside line, look for a crossover move here on the exit of the final corner. Not close enough. He's going to have to go straight to the draft of your 2nd or 3rd place in there of Easton Shores. 2 minutes, 54 seconds plus 2 laps to go out of the oval and coming over into turn 2 now. And there it is on the back bumper. Gabriel Payne trying to set up Shores for a pass here. They go up over the crest of the hill, down to the south side hairpin, and Shores likes to send it on the inside here on exit. Does he do the same? Looks like no, they're going to stay in tow. There goes Delaney on by. There goes 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So that was Shores, Payne, and Randolph now into turn 1. And how about this? Shores on the defensive a little bit into turn 6. That's the best passing opportunity. He shoots it down to the inside. And now Payne trying to set up for a crossover move. Goes really wide on entry. Now he's going to be closed up here. And here comes the 327. Lucas Randolph up into the mix. And he is actually now going to be under fire from Lucian Laser, another new gen on a Haas chassis, going down into turn 1. And Lucian sends it up on the inside. Licks a stamp. Postal first class mail. He's got the position. Here comes Easton Shores. Trying it on the inside. They're door-to-door through the crest, now to the inside hairpin. And it looks like Shores is going to have the advantage for the moment. He's going to tuck it behind. Count it, Gabriel Payne up into P3. Now, Lucian Laser tries him to Daytona. He had a run there for a moment, decides better of it. Here comes Evan Patton. Patton now goes door-to-door a little bit farther back with Laser. Not quite close enough. He doesn't send it too deep. Maybe upsets Laser just a little bit, but Laser now has the toe of Randolph out in front of, or sorry, Easton Shores out in front of him, as they still are going to go nose to tail out of the final corner. A minute, 20 seconds plus 2 laps to go. There's Easton Shores in the top cart leading over what is now Lucian Laser in the 5th position. So this is the battle for 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, your 2nd placement of Gabriel, or 3rd placement of Gabriel Payne, slowly setting sail from this battle that's happening for the 4th spot. Coyle Delaney locked into P2 as of now, 6.4 seconds clear of the pack out behind him. Sam Tutwiler currently sitting about 8 seconds clear of everyone, about 6 seconds clear of Coyle Delaney. So now let's watch Lucian Laser here in that 4th spot. Can he try to upset Shores a little bit to get around? As of now, it's no, but they're both starting to close back up to Gabriel Payne for 3rd. This might be a 3-kart battle for the lead here, coming up on 30 seconds plus 2 laps to go. Down they drop into the oval, heading over into turn 1. There goes Coyle Delaney. There goes Payne, Shores, and Laser. 3-kart battle here for the 3rd position. This is a battle for the starting the inside of row number 2 here for the feature later on this afternoon. Laser is going to now maybe have an attempt on Shores. No, he's staying in the tow. Through Daytona, Payne leading the way. Here comes Shores. Shores has a run. He goes straight to the back bumper. Huge push down the back straightaway, but Laser still has the toe into turn 6, and it's still going to be a 3-kart battle here. Coming up on 14 seconds, we're going to see the 2 laps to go. This time by, I believe, for Sam Tutwiler. No, Tutwiler just blipped across the line. And it is 2 laps to go. My bad. 2 laps to go here for your leader. Tutwiler out in front. He's got a huge lead over Delaney per second. Right now, 8.4 seconds clear of the rest of the pack. But right now, we're watching this battle right here for third. That is Delaney off into the distance in P2. He's clear to this battle here for third. Payne, Shores, and Laser. Payne leading the way down into the south side hairpin. Shores just behind him in that blue top cart. So it's that white new gen followed by the blue top cart there in 4th, and then that white new gen as well with Lucian Laser running in P number 5. Down towards turn 6. The Shores have a run. He thought about it, goes to the bumper, upsets him a little bit. That's going to open the door now for Laser. Laser trying to set Shores up for a crossover move. Good news for his teammate at Payne, because now Shores is preoccupied. Shores goes to the inside for the defensive. Laser around the outside, not quite. He gets a good run though. Straight now to the back bumper of that top cart, 31 of Shores. Now to the inside line. Does Laser have it here? He's door to door, clear up the heel. No, they get contact. Around goes Shores, and that's also going to collect Lucas Randolph in the 327. They're both parked in the grass and out of their carts, so their race unfortunately over. Now, your leader out in front, Tutwiler, almost 10 seconds clear of the pack, as there's a carnage and an unhappy 327 Lucas Randolph. I believe he just got collected in that incident. So let's see if we can't find your leader here. There he goes out of turn 6, and now towards the start finish straight, and it's going to be Sam Tutwiler taking the heat win here and starting on pole position for the feature. Coyle Delaney should be the next one to the stripe, and he is. Coyle Delaney into P2, Gabriel Payne P3, and Lucian Laser P4. Evan Patton will round out your top 5 with Nico Santos in 6. Easton Shores continues to follow in the order with Mason Ward 7th, Colton Harden in 8th, and then it should be Spencer Comby in 9th, Easton Shores in 10th, and Lucas Randolph in 11th. And a heartbreak there for the 2 involved in that incident. They were having such a good race. Let's see if we can't possibly pick this one up on replay. There's the start as we're going to watch this replay all the way through here for your 206 juniors. So here's the start when they all went side by side. Tutwiler got a awesome run on the outside. He was able to clear all of that carnage on the start there. Everyone was able to continue on, which is good news for that as they make their way through. Here was the attempt from Gabriel Payne to try to make his move on Easton Shores when they went door to door through the crossover, and then they dropped down into the south side hairpin, and that was Payne able to get around Shores. Then they bunched back up again, as I believe that was the battle involved with Shores and Delaney. That is Lucian Laser when he had the run on the outside, and right here is where I'm curious. So he gets up right to the back bumper, he makes the move down into turn 1, and it just looks like they just came together, and unfortunate there for the 327 of Lucas Randolph. Just collateral damage as to what happened there, and man, how about that for Intense Racing? There he is. Obviously and understandably upset with the incident that happened. He was having such a good run, and he was right there up in the mix for the top 5. So that's going to do it here for your 206 junior heat. Congratulations to Sam Tutwiler on the Burrell Art CW, his inaugural race with the new team. He will find himself on pole position here for your 206 juniors. Up next is your 206 masters. You are watching Kart Chaser Grassroots. This is the Indy Karting Challenge live from Whiteland Raceway Park.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
I need a new 219 chain. I need a 77 tooth rear sprocket. I need some more chain lube, and I need it probably as soon as like tomorrow. Dude, are you even listening? Like, we need this to run this weekend.
Want anything else?
What do you mean?
I already got it in the Kart on Acceleration Kart Racing's online store, bro. All orders over $200 get free shipping.
Oh, throw in a set of tires.
Done.
Everything you need, all in one place and shipped to your door for free on orders of $200 or more. Exclusions apply. Shop AKR.com.
2 laps to go, and we continue to watch this battle going back and forth between Matt Geist and Troy Toney. Geist currently now holding on to the position of provisional pole here as we're looking at 20 seconds to go. Here comes Troy Toney. Thought about going up on the inside as they make their way across the stripe. We see double sticks in the air. 2 laps to go here. Troy Toney, 2 more rotations around the circuit to see if he can get himself to that pole position. Over the crossover they go now towards the south side hairpin. No defensive line there taken from Matt Geist. Troy Toney still following in tow down the back, that quick little short shoot towards the Daytona corner. And Matt Geist holds on to about a half a cart to 2 cart length advantage now into turn number 6. Troy Toney closing back up. Just not close enough to make a move, is a little loose there from Matt Geist on the exit of turn number 6. Over through Big Bend now, heading over into the final corner. Matt Geist going straight from the outside line to the other outside line. Huge sweeping move there, and heartbreak here for Adam Dietz, who registered 2 laps down so far. So something happened to Dietz there, and we're going to have to watch him climb his way back up through the field in the feature later on. Last lap, white flag out, this time by Matt Geist, P1, Toney, P2. These have been the 2 gladiators going back and forth in the Masters class almost the entire season so far as they make their way now into Daytona corner. I don't think Toney's going to have enough here. He's going to have a mega run out of that Daytona corner. Doesn't have it here. He's going to have to pray he can get him in the slower parts of the track. Into turn 6 they go. A little wide there again for Matt Geist. Snaking his way over into Big Bend now. Still not close enough is Troy Toney, and I think Geist is going to hold on if he can get a clean exit here of the final corner. He does. 2 cart length advantage, and that's all he needs. Matt Geist drops down into the oval to see the checkered flag, and he will start on pole position here for the feature. Troy Toney comes across in P2, Brian Williams in 3rd, Palmer Eicher comes across in P number 4, Kevin Simonellic in P5, Belvagazzi 6, Eric Patton in 7th, Zach Clayball making the trip from Alexandria, Indiana, comes back to finish in P8. Adam Dietz, unfortunate heartbreak there in 9th, and Michael Schaefer will finish in P10. So that'll do it for your 206 Masters. Up next is your KA Senior along with KA Masters. That is the second of the 2 feature events set to go live here this morning. So stay tuned as we still got more racing coming to you here for the heat races. After we conclude this, we'll then move into the features. But one more, the big one still yet to go. KA Senior set to go live here on Kart Chaser Grassroots. You're watching the Indy Karting Challenge here from Whiteland Raceway Park.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park, is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
We're at a commercial break.
And here we go, set for your heat race. Your front row is Charlie Steins on the top cart entry there on the top cart chassis. Eli Fox on the new gen Haas on the outside of row number 1. Then you go back, Carson Sauter setting to start P3. Lane Gibbs in his senior year debut on the outside of row number 2. Green flag into turn number 1. Charlie Steins gets the lead out here. Eli Fox in P number 2, and then Carson Sauter, the 3rd position. Lane Gibbs in P4, and I believe that may be Austin Fairfield in that 5th spot, holding that inside line, and it is. So the top 3 now starting to break away, going down into turn number 1. Charlie Steins leads him to the green through turn number 1. Fox right there in P2. Carson Sauter in that 3rd position, and then Lane Gibbs 4th, Fairfield 5th, Peyton Bennett the 2nd and 6th, Blake Finley 7th, Braden Rudder in 8th, Ranger Santos 9th, and McIntosh in the 10th position. You want an eye to watch? How about this? Race Liberante, who did not do fuel tech when he went through the scale line afterwards, now is going to have to start from the back of the grid and work his way back up. Meanwhile, when I was rambling on about that, Carson Sauter on that Factory Fury GP goes up into P2. He takes a spot away from Eli Fox on that new Gen Haas chassis there in the 3rd spot. Still out in front is Charlie Steins out in that 88 top cart chassis there, leading the way through turn number 1 and 2. Now here, let's see it now. What does Carson Sauter have for Steins? They make their way up the hill, now over into the south side hairpin. Sauter not close enough here to get the move done. Again, this is 5 minutes plus 2 laps. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go plus 2 laps. But your top 5 starting to get a little bit of separation. That's being led by Charlie Steins and caboose by Peyton Bennett the 2nd. In between them is Lane Gibbs in 4th, Eli Fox in 3rd, Carson Sauters in 2nd. Here comes Sauters now. He's trying it up on the inside of Charlie Steins. He didn't have enough there in Big Bend. Does he try in the final corner? Well, he thought about it. That's now going to allow Eli Fox an opportunity. Meanwhile, just behind him, Lane Gibbs skips the push there. Peyton Bennett the 2nd on the Privateer OTK. So they make their way over through turns 1, heading over to turn 2 now. Up the hill they go into the south side hairpin. Does Sauter try to take it here? No, he doesn't. He's going to continue to fall into line as they go down that little short chute before Daytona Corner. Out of the banking and down the back straightaway. Charlie Steins leads the way. He's tucked down. Here comes Sauter. He thought about making a move here. Does he try to roll the outside line? No, but he's got to hold off Eli Fox. Meanwhile, Sauter got a better run than Steins did. Over through Big Bend. He's close here. They're all up on the wheel, just sawing at it with their elbows out, trying to see if they can't get the one in front of him to break. Charlie Steins doing a good job of getting off the field now, dropping down to the bull in turn 1. He's holding off Sauters here. Sauters is holding off Fox. Meanwhile, that 2nd pack, they're going back and forth now. So Fox is going to have to hold off Lane Gibbs on that MPG KR in the 4th position. Just behind him, Peyton Bennett on the OTK Privateer, and then behind him, Austin Fairfield on the MPG KR finds himself in the 7th position. So that is your front packs. Meanwhile, your top 2 of separation, Carson Sauter, he is pushing now the back bumper of Charlie Steins as they snake their way over through Big Bend, heading into the final corner. Steins on that Factory Fury GP, Sauter on the Factory Fury GP in P2. Charlie Steins is the Privateer Top Kart USA chassis out in front. So we got a Top Kart GP, a new Gen 1, 2, 3, Lane Gibbs on the Kart Republic, David the 2nd on the OTK, and Austin Fairfield on a Kart Republic. So different chassis manufacturers, different teams up in the front mix going down that back straightaway, the short chute heading over into Daytona Corner. And want to know something else that's kind of interesting? The 3 out in front, Charlie Steins, Carson Sauter, and Eli Fox, all 3 on different chassis, but all 3 race under the same team when it comes for national racing. All 3 are factory drivers for Factory Kart GP. Both Steins and Fox run in the shifter category. Carson Sauter, the only one on the single speed under the Factory Fury GP umbrella. So he's got his 2 flight teammates out in front, both the shifters. But this is probably the first time in a while the 3 have been nose to tail in a race of their own. Let's switch back over here now after I ramble on about that. Eli Fox in the 3rd position has got his hands full. He's holding off Peyton Bennett the 2nd on the OTK Tony Kart. Just behind Peyton Bennett, Lane Gibbs in that MPG Kart Republic has got his teammate behind him, Austin Fairfield, also under the MPG umbrella, are going back and forth here for the 3rd position. Just off camera, Peyton Bennett up into 2nd. Here comes Fox for the crossover. Clean getaway here from Fox. Let him go by, took the position back, almost textbook of how that was done. So Fox holds on to the 3rd position. Peyton Bennett now is going to have to make sure he can hold off Lane Gibbs and Austin Fairfield. Fairfield probably more than welcome to give a little bit of assistance there to his teammate if he can, to try to keep him up in the battle out in front. The battle for the lead starting to stagnate just a little bit. Charlie Steins starting to pull away from Carson Sauter, so let's see if we can't keep an eye on this battle for third now. Fox in that third position, that black chassis, white suit, and the multicolored helmet going down the back straightaway here. So there's a good shot of 1 and 2. Right there is the battle. We see if we can't watch. That's the battle for third position between Fox and Bane Bennett the second in cart number 99 in that fourth position. Bennett's been all over the back bumper of Fox from about 2 or 3 laps ago, as now they go into the bull corner. Can Bane Bennett get it here? No, he's going to continue to follow into tow as they go down that back straightaway. Heading down to the south side hairpin. This is going to be a good passing opportunity if Bennett can get his nose on the inside. Not quite here. Fox doing a good job holding off Bane Bennett the second. Through that short chute. 2 laps, work to go. That last time by, I forgot to get that one. So we're now about a lap and a half remaining. There's your leader out in front, Charlie Steins. His teammate on the National Series, but not teammate here at WRP, is in that second position. And here is Fox and Bennett. So 2 different chassis again. We have the new gen on the Haas chassis, followed by a privateer, Bane Bennett, on an OTK as they go down into the bull now, heading into turn number 1. White flag was shown that last time by. Up the hill they go for turns 3. Let's see if Bane Bennett can get it here. This is going to be make or break for him. So there goes your leader. Let's see if we can't hold this shot right here. Beautiful. There's Fox and Bennett. So Bennett did not have enough there on the south side hairpin, and I think his last opportunity may go to the wayside. He's got too much distance. So let's follow the leaders now. Charlie Steins, after starting on pole position, he is set up to a possibility clean sweep of the weekend. Starting on pole for the heat race. If he can bring it home now, he'll start on pole for the feature, and he'll try to go for 3 for 3 for KA Senior. Down the front straightaway for the final time, up on the wheel, and it's going to be Charlie Steins taking the checkered flag here at Whiteland Raceway Park for KA Senior. Carson Sauter brings it home into P2. Eli Fox in third, Bane Bennett the second and fourth, and Austin Fairfield rounds out your top 5. And also inside the top 5 different chassis, 5 different teams. Charlie Steins, privateer on a top kart chassis. Carson Sauter, who is under the Factor Fury GP Kart USA in P2. Eli Fox with new gen on the Haas chassis in P3. Bane Bennett the second, the lone privateer on the OTK in fourth, and Austin Fairfield, MPG Kart Republic in P number 5. We're going to sit back here and watch some replays of what happened with this KA feature event, or sorry, heat race event. Up next is your features. We're going to take a quick break here. It is 10:43 now, as we are set to go for the features at 10:55. So we'll see you guys here in about 13 minutes 12 minutes before we get things kicked off with our feature events. If you were watching us here on the free edition of Kart Chaser Grassroots, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not already, go ahead and sign yourself up for a premium subscription here at Kart Chaser. If you do it on a non-ISO device, it should cost you about $9.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You'll be able to watch all Kart Chaser feature events that it's about to switch over to now. So again, if you have that, we want to thank you for your support. If you don't, we want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And when we come back here, it is going to be a Kart Chaser Premium for the feature events getting kicked off with your 206 Sportsman. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys here real soon, and continue to watch all the live action here on Kart Chaser Grassroots. This is the Indy Karting Challenge sponsored by NKA here on Kart Chaser.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
We're at a commercial break.
So you finally want to get behind the wheel, huh?
Yeah, I've been shooting for 3 years and I've never got to drive.
Well, you're gonna need some more gear than just your helmet. Why don't you go to shopakr.com. They got their inventory online and they'll ship it the same day if you order before 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
They got shoes,
Yep.
gloves,
Yep.
rip protectors.
Got those too.
Can they make me go fast?
No.
Here at Acceleration Kart Racing, we've got everything you need to get on track. What happens next, well, that's on you. Check us out online at shopakr.com.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
get off the track. And here we go. Green is out for your 206 Sportsman as they make their way over out of what is now turn 6. Turn 1 for these kiddos right now. It is Austin Taylor out in front. Danny O'Gara right there on his back bumper on that top Kart 267, making their way out of the final corner down towards start-finish straight. Dominic Gaddis there in the 3rd position, not too far back as they go side by side a little bit farther back. I believe that may be Feistinger making his way up, and it was. Will Feistinger was able to get around Titus Roberts going in to turn number 1. Right now, your top 3 though: Taylor, O'Gara, Gaddis, 1, 2, 3. Not too far back, Dylan Thomas, Top Car USA entry in P4. Feistinger up into P5, like I said before. Titus Roberts on the new gen goes to P6. Blake Martinez in 7th. I believe he is under the AMAX Racing branch, but don't hold me one to that. I think he is AMAX Racing. Lincoln Wiley on the new gen Haas chassis in P8. Jordan Lamp in 9th. Dalton Sears rounds out your top 10. That's your top 10 rundown here with your first lap of green flag racing. This is 10 minutes long plus 2 laps. We are 9 minutes and 20 seconds plus 2 laps to go here. O'Gara trying to run down Austin Taylor. Dominic Gaddis, teammates there to Austin Taylor, trying to hold on position of 3rd is Dylan Thomas, a Top Car USA entry right there in 4th, closing up to the back bumper as well. So we got a 2-pack out in front of Taylor and O'Gara, and then another 2-pack of Gaddis and Thomas, followed by another 2-pack of Feistinger and Roberts. So it's 2 by 2 by 2 before you get back to Blake Martinez, and I am mistaken, Blake Martinez appears to be under the MPG KR10 there in the 7th position. They get back to Jordan Lamfin. So let's watch these top 2 here. Taylor and O'Gara, 2 different teams, 2 different chassis. MPG KR out in front, Top Car USA chassis and team in P number 2, coming over towards turn number 1, and O'Gara all over the back bumper of Taylor. This is not what we saw in the heat race. In the heat race, it was Taylor pulling away from the field and holding off the rest of them, and now O'Gara, after getting a position starting up a little bit higher than where he started in the heat race, is now on the attack of Taylor. Last time by, O'Gara went purple, 46.863. Taylor 46.996. O'Gara now giving a huge push to Taylor, trying to keep him away from the rest of the field. And as of now, they're currently sitting about 1.2 seconds, last time by that is, away from Gaddis, Thomas, and company. So now, let's see if O'Gara is willing to sit here and push on the back bumper of Taylor, or if he wants to lead some laps here in the early stages of this race. We're 7 minutes and 30 seconds in, to go, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds in plus 2 laps so far. Here comes O'Gara. He had a look on the outside there of Taylor going over through that quick little crossover. Now they drop it into the south side hairpin. O'Gara still pushing on the back bumper, so I think he is content to sit here in 2nd and try to grow that gap as much as they can. They made up 1/10 that last lap. 1.3 seconds now separates Taylor and O'Gara from Gaddis and Thomas. Over into turn 6, O'Gara a little bit narrower on the exit of that turn 6 and 7 complex. They go through Big Bend now, heading into the final corner. O'Gara, thought about it there. He had a good opportunity for it. He's got his nose in. Here he goes now, side by side towards the line. I think O'Gara might be trying to play some mind games here with Austin Taylor, saying, hey, I appear to be faster than you in every way possible. O'Gara knows that might not be the case. As far as Austin Taylor knows, all he's seeing what's happening in front of him. He can hear O'Gara behind him, and if O'Gara just keeps popping out like that, it's easy to get confused in your own thoughts here and make just a small mistake, which is, I think, what O'Gara's trying to force out of Taylor right now. Taylor, though, doing a fantastic job holding off O'Gara. He's keeping his head down. He's keeping his lines like normal, not trying to drive too crazy here on the defensive, but he is holding on to that position. Here comes O'Gara, a little bit narrower again through turn number 6, through Big Bend. Taylor holding on right now, and I think these two might be identical as far as lap times go. Last time by, Taylor went a 46.8, O'Gara 46.7, so not completely identical, but relatively speaking, they're running the exact same pace. I have a feeling if O'Gara was out in front and Taylor was in P2, it'd be the same situation. Taylor would be on the attack and O'Gara would be on the defense. But right now, let's watch these two make their way through as they close in on Ryan Wheeler. Lap traffic here coming into the south side hairpin, and that's going to bunch them up as Taylor able to get around. So does O'Gara. That's going to add a little bit of a buffer now before we get back to the third place with Dominic Gaddis. Gaddis able to get around, and it looks like the next one to him will be Dylan Thomas. Nose to tail they go into turn 6. 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Over into Big Bend now of turn number 7, heading towards the final corner of turn 8. O'Gara thought about popping down to make that inside lunge. Not enough momentum to get it done then. He's still going to follow in the toe. Down towards they go. There's the drop into the oval. Now the oval turn 1, actual turn 1 as well, snaking over into turn 2. Taylor holding on as he's getting more and more of a push there from O'Gara as the laps continue on. Let's see what the gap they're up to now. 3.4 seconds separates Austin Taylor and Dominic Gaddis there in the third position. 1.7 between Taylor and Gaddis. 3.4 separates Dylan Thomas and Austin Taylor. So they got a little bit of breathing room, probably not as much as they'd like before they start duking it out for the lead here, as there's your third placeman in view, Dominic Gaddis, teammates to Austin Taylor under the MPG Kart Republic 10. And then you have P2 of Danny O'Gara on that Top Kart USA chassis and entry, making their way out of the final corner, heading towards the start-finish straight. 4 minutes remain, plus 2 laps here for the two out in front, O'Gara and Taylor. These two grew up racing in the same category here at Whiteland Raceway Park. Austin Taylor, who started out, his first ever career start was here at Whiteland Raceway Park while he joined the MPG branch. He's been working hard here for the past 4 or 5 seasons, climbing his way up through the ranks. He started off in the mid parts of the field, had talent, but didn't really quite have a direction. He worked with the MPG guys and gals under that branch over there. He's been turning lap after lap here. He's ran in almost every single club race that they have. His parents are committed to it. He's committed to it. Now he's at the point now of leading races, not only here at Whiteland Raceway Park, but also being a front-runner contender for the Stars, CK&A, and the other national series like USBKS and SCUSA. So he has definitely made his impression on the national circuit. He's more than made his impression on the regional circuits here at local races. Then you have Danny O'Gara, his father, Indy O'Gara, owner of Whiteland Raceway Park. He started off his career here, and so did his son of Danny. Danny started off in kit karts, climbed up the ladder at the same time as Austin Taylor. They both have went through learning curves together on 2 different teams. They have been teammates before when Danny ran national level series with the MPG Kart Republic brand at the local series, though. He represents Top Kart USA. So these 2 young drivers, they're racing hard with each other now, and I have a feeling this is just a precursor for the rest of their career if these 2 decide to stay with it. They both have the capability to climb the ladders and make their impression in the national series. They both have before, and this is just going to be a good show for them to go back and look on here when they're older and looking back on their careers. Let's watch them now. 2 minutes plus 20 seconds, 2 minutes and 20 seconds plus 2 laps to go down into the south side oval. Austin Taylor still out in front. O'Gara holding on to P2. Lap traffic out in front. They're closing in on Ryan Wheeler, and I believe that is Bryce Barrow out in front. They're not quite in a position to make their life difficult right now, but I'm sure Danny's looking at this and sees a possibility of a pick. They both get around, and there's still 1 more to go. That is Bryce Barrow. So, can Taylor get around, and is O'Gara going to set him up here for a possible pick here for a position? There goes Taylor. O'Gara giving him maybe a little bit of a push, not too close to give him one now. Into turn 1, they get through lap traffic. They're bunched up still. I mean, they've been nose to tail the entire race so far, running identical lap times. 47.087 for Taylor. Danny O'Gara, 47.078. So they are running identical lap times almost, but close enough to call them identical now. 1 minute and 30 seconds plus 2 laps to go. When does O'Gara decide to make his move? There is not a counter, so to speak, on the steering wheel itself, but there is a micron where it shows relatively how long the engine's been running for. You can kind of make a guesstimate in your head as to what lap you're at, but as laps continue on, these drivers know when it's getting closer and closer to the wire, when they see the double sticks in the air, more than likely that is when the game is going to be afoot, and they're going to see who is going to come out on top. 1 minute plus 2 laps to go here. Roughly, I think they're going to get 4 laps in total. So this next time by, this should cross right at 15 to 12 seconds if they continue the same pace. So 3 laps remain, not including this one. as they make their way through the south side hairpin, down towards the quick little short chute towards Daytona Corner. Taylor still out in front. O'Gara follows in tow. Down into turn 6. O'Gara probably not going to make it here. He's not close enough to make a lunge, but he does hold a little bit tighter of a line on the exit. Right there, O'Gara gets his nose in, but Taylor, running that outside line, gets more momentum heading over into Big Bend, and he's now going to take that into the final corner. Down towards the front straightaway, again they go. 20 seconds remain on the exit. I think they're going to get another lap, and they will. 17 seconds, 15 seconds when they cross the stripe, so 3 laps remaining. Can Austin Taylor hold on just a little bit longer? He won the pre-final, and now he is leading the final. He's trying to go from pole to hold on to it all the way through. O'Gara did not have a good qualifying run, started somewhere in the mid-pack, had to drive his way up through the heat races to get up into the second position, and he has sat here and waited the entire time. He's played patient. He's also played student here, learning what lines Taylor's taking. This is all information he's going to use to his advantage here. He knows where Taylor's faster. He knows where he's faster at. As we're looking now at 2 laps to go, O'Gara is coming down to crunch time here. Are you going to take it this time, or this next lap, or are you going to wait till the final? Let's see it. Down towards the stripe. Taylor on the defensive. 2 laps to go at the line here for Austin Taylor and Danny O'Gara. Out of turn 1 and heading towards turn 2. They got 4.5 seconds of a gap between themselves and Dominic Gaddis. It's going to have to be good enough. And here's O'Gara. Does he take it here on the south side? No. Lap traffic out in front. I believe that maybe Max Zell in the 13th position out in front of him. They're not going to catch him here into turn 6. They might catch him going into the final corner. O'Gara trying on the inside. He sends it. Taylor goes way wide, but he's now going to have a run. So Taylor closing back up after he went wide there in turn 6. He's now on the back bumper of O'Gara. Over into the final corner. Did O'Gara make that move too early? Because there's still 1 more lap to go, this time by. O'Gara out in front. There's a good battle of what's happened there in the mid-pack. I believe that is Feistinger up in the mix as well, and it looks like the 10 of Dylan Thomas in the 11. Let's see if we can't take a peek back up to the leaders. That was a good battle for sure, but let's see the battle for the lead here. Down the back straightaway. O'Gara still on point. Here comes Taylor. He's got a little bit of a run. O'Gara goes to the defensive. Side by side into 6. Can Taylor center on the outside? He tries it. Goes a little wide. He's going to keep the momentum, and he does. Shoots it up the inside into Big Bend. Here comes O'Gara. Can he pull off a crossover move? He's in the toe over the final corner. Taylor sends it way late on the inside. Here comes O'Gara. Side by side down to the stripe. Who's going to get the line? O'Gara's got his hand up in the air. Austin Taylor. Austin Taylor gets it. O'Gara does an almost 360 there on the exit. Not quite sure what happened there going down to the stripe, but it appears that O'Gara is not happy. However, Austin Taylor takes the win here this afternoon for your 206 Sportsman. Danny O'Gara comes across into P2. Dominic Gaddis in 3rd. Dylan Thomas 4th. Will Feistinger finishing in P5, rounding out your top 5. Titus Roberts 6th. Jordan Lamphin in 7th. Blake Martinez in 8th. Dylan Sears 9th. And Lincoln Wiley rounds out your top 10. That is going to do it for your 206 Sportsman Final. Up next, we have your 206 Cadets coming to you live here on Kart Chaser.
And here we go. Green is out for your 206 Sportsman is to make the way over to the complex. They go through Big Bend now, heading into the final quarter. O'Gara. Oh, side back there. Yeah, that's too crazy here on the defense. And O'Gara a little bit more. To go back and forth. And this. He tries it. Goes a little wide. He's going to keep momentum. And he's got it. Taylor sees it way late on the inside. Here's that head up in the air. Austin Taylor. Austin Taylor gets it. Almost 360 down the exit. That's what.
And we are set to go here for your 206 Cadet. Reagan Hodges trying to do a sweep of the weekend. She got the heat win, she got pole position, and now she's trying to go for the feature win. She pulled out almost an 11-second lead over the rest of the field, and right now it looks like she might have her hands full there with the 215 Energy Kart. I believe that is Chase Call, and it is in that second position. So Chase Call, more aggressive than we saw in the heat race. Is Reagan now going to lead the way towards turn number 1? There's Chase Call there in that 215 Energy Kart. Reagan Hodges out front in Kart 33, starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Lent Simon Ellick in Kart number 40 there on that Hard Motorsports chassis. Finds himself in P3, like I said before, but him and Chase Call both had epic runs back and forth almost the entire heat race. And now we're starting to see what we saw before. Reagan Hodges pulling out a lead going into turn 6, that car number 33. And I think she's on set now to do a sweep of the weekend. All 3, pole, heat race win, and feature win. If she can hold on here for the next 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Chase Call went a little wide there into turn 6, lost some time. Now here comes up on the inside. Oh, slight contact there between Lent Simon Ellick and Chase Call. Simon Ellick is going to have to fall back into the toe, and that all goes into the play of your leader, Reagan Hodges, out in front. 2.8 seconds separates herself from the rest of the field now. So we're going to continue to watch this battle for the second position. That's between Chase Call on that Energy Kart and Lent Simon Ellick on that Hard Motorsports Group chassis there, running in the third position. They fall back into P4 of Christopher Heinzen and Enzo Seiner. They are battling it out for the 4th and 5th position. So there goes your leader, and there's a good shot of the gap so far. Here comes giving a push now. That is Lent Simon Ellick in the 3rd position, giving a push there to Chase Call. Going into turn 6. Now over to the big bend sweeper of turn 7. They're still going to go nose to tail. We're going to sit back and watch here. I'm going to make my way down to the grid because up next we have our 206 mediums. We're going to hear from some of our drivers, our front runners, as we watch a side-by-side run. Lent tried it there going into turn 1. Couldn't quite get it done. Chase Call, fantastic run around the outside. He was able to hold on to that position just a little bit longer. It looks like Call is a little bit faster in the tighter parts of the track, and it looks like Simon Ellick has got maybe a lower gear or just a better setup for the faster, longer straightaways here at WRP. But like I said before, I'm going to make my way down to the grid to talk to some of these drivers in the 206 medium. This is one of our 2 feature events that we have going on so far. So as we sit and watch side by side as Simon Ellick makes a move up on the inside of Chase Call, and he gets it. So Simon Ellick now up into P2. Chase Call, does he have a rebuttal for him here? He does not. So that's going to separate out your 1st, 2nd, 3rd placement. Reagan Hodges sitting 5 seconds clear of the entire field as Call went a little wide there in the final corner. So now that this race is starting to stagnate out, I'll catch you guys on grid here as I talk to some of our future drivers here for 206 Medium. So I caught up to one of our drivers down here on grid, Eli Fox, who is set to start on the out number 1 here for your 206 medium. First off, Eli, that heat race looked like it was back and forth the entire time there in the second pack. Why don't you walk us through what happened there in the last half of that heat race?
Got a few lucky shoves from Jared Howerton and ended up kind of getting to the field there. Trying to hunt down Levi, have enough laps in the end. Started, I think, 6th there, so 6th to 2nd wasn't bad for the heat. We'll see what we can do here.
Now, it looks like it's been the battle of the CW chassis and the Brellots all the way through. You and Jared Howerton seem to be the only ones who seem to break up the pack. Any conversation with you guys before going into this feature?
Yeah, you know, just work together and try and get going. I mean, that's the case with really anybody if you can just break away and keep on trucking.
There it is. That's Eli Fox starting outside of row number 1. Let's talk to your pole sitter here, Levi Wilbur. Levi, I got to tell you, in that heat that you had going forward, you were up in that mix the entire time, going to the white flag. A little bit of incidents happened behind you. You shot out like a cannon, pulled out a 2-second gap. Walk us through what happened to you in that last 3 laps leading to it.
Pretty much just had to just focus on my lines and want a clean race. That's all I didn't know how to do for that one.
Now, I know the CW guys are all been working hard together. You got the man himself, Stahl, coming out here to WRP to work with the guys. Any talks before you guys went into this one?
Biggest thing was air pressure for this race. That's it, right it.
There it is. That's Levi Wilbur. Let's talk to your dad here for a second. Now, Dad, you've been running the Masters class all weekend long. What advice did you give?
I was going to say he's the quick guy. I sit there and the CW Burrell cart sit there. I mean, it's been money all year. I mean, sit there. He's 5 wins and 6 weekends, so I've hardly had to do anything, which has been nice.
There it is. That is the Wilburs about to make their way out on track. Good luck, guys. Let's see if we can't talk to the man himself. Always have a conversation, big man. Oh, here it is. Mr. Stahl, I got to talk to you. You're the guy I've been heard when it comes to Burrell Arts here in the U.S. Made your way down to WRP. You guys have been working together well in this front group. Talk to us about it so far.
It's been going pretty good. Levi's looking pretty good out front. The carts are working good, and I just came to support CW and show that the product's here.
I think it is here. You guys have been up in the front group the entire time. Any pre-conversations for it on track about working together, or you're just all going to go for it?
No, man, I want to win just as bad as everybody else. I like racing against the kids. It gives me some competition, and yeah, I want to win.
There it is. He wants to win. That is the importer himself, Mr. Mark Saul, coming all the way down here from Canada. Let's talk to another outsider here, someone without a teammate. Now, Mr. Johnson, I ask you, you're up in the front group. You don't really have a lot of teammates behind you or in front of you for that matter. You've been kind of the lone wolf all weekend. How have you been holding on?
I just got to thank my parents and my team owners for supporting me, giving me the equipment to go out and do what I need to. Kart City Performance for giving me a good motor to go out and perform with the people here. It's definitely been a rough weekend. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so just happy to be here and having a good time.
Well, we're glad you're here. Hopefully feel better soon, and good luck to you here going forward to this one. Let's see if we can't talk to some more. He can't hide. There he is, Jared Howerton himself. Mr. Kart, you're up in that front group. Chalk with everyone up here. First off, heck of a heat race for you. You're up in that front group. You're in the 5th position. You're up in the 2nd. You're all over the place. Tell us how that heat race went for you, just in the chaos that happened.
Very chaotic. Just trying to hold my position up front. Hoping I can move forward in the final.
Now, there's a lot of Burrell Arts in between yourself and the in front. Any plans that you have so far?
Try to get to someone up front and just push them all the way.
All the way. That is Mr. Howerton himself. Set to start here in the 5th position. When we come back, we got 206 coming guys way with 206 medium. So 2 laps to go, or sorry, 2 minutes, 1 minute and 2 laps to go here for your leader out in front, Reagan Hodges, who had led every lap from the start, currently sitting at 13 seconds ahead over Lit Simonellic in the 2nd position. Lit currently holding on to a 3.3 second advantage over Chase Call in that 3rd position. Enzo Steiner setting in P4. P5, Christopher Heinzen. And how about this for Reagan Hodges? Trying to do a double sweep of the weekend. Back-to-back races. Last time we were here, she won the pre-final event. She set it on pole position for the heat race, and then she came out winning the future. She's trying to do it all again here in your 206 Cadet. And how about a bright future here for that young lady running at Whiteland Raceway Park? She started off here in Kid Karts. Now she is in the Cadet program. She's making her way up the ladder very quickly, and I have no doubt that we'll see her up front in the Sportsman category here soon when she graduates from the Cadet into the Sportsman. She's sitting at about 21 seconds plus 2 laps to go, so this will be her third to final lap. She'll see double sticks in the air this next time by for Reagan Hodges, car number 33. And there is, I believe that is your second placement, cart number 40 that you saw on your screen there. There's Reagan going through turns number 6 as she enters into Big Ben in turn number 7. Good Staticam shot all the way through. Can't say enough about this crew here at WRP, the camera crew, just killing it every weekend, putting on a good production for all of you guys back at home. We hope you're enjoying it just as much as we are here at Whiteland Raceway Park. 4 seconds to go at the line, and it's going to be 2 laps to go for Reagan this next time by. Here comes the 2, that is car number 27. I believe that is Enzo Steiner, who is under threat of going a lap down here to your second placement, cart 40 of Let Simonellic, who is running on the HMG chassis as well. So 2 laps to go now for the entire field. Reagan Hodges, I think she is now making her way over through turn 6 towards Big Ben of turn 7, and she is out of turn 7. Through the final corner she goes, and she'll see the white flag this time by for car number 33 of Reagan Hodges. Second and final time going down this front straightaway as she drops down into the oval, makes it into the oval turn 1 now. There is the white flag being shown this time by our head flagman Adam Burrows. Out of turn 1 and over to turn 2. There is your second place, and that's Lit Simonellic. If you want a reference of how much of a lead Reagan has right now over the entire field, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 18 seconds right now. Here comes Lit to see the white flag this time by. Let's look at the gap between the 2, and 18 seconds, .017 is the distance between Reagan and the Lit so far. So Reagan can take it easy. She can put it on cruise control now, going down this back straightaway. The final time into turn 6, taking a little bit of a midline there, going all the way out now into Big Ben of turn 7. Heading over into turn 8 for the final time. And let's give her a round of applause as she brings it on home. Reagan Hodges goes back-to-back sweeps of the weekend. Pole position, heat win, now feature win for car number 33. Reagan Hodges taking the win for 206 Cadet. Lit Simonellic is going to be the next one to the line. He is making his way into the final corner now, coming out of the final corner down this back straightaway, and he is going to put it on podium. P2 for that young man, Lit Simonellic, and is going to take the twin checkered flag and bring it home in P2. Chase Call comes home in the 3rd position. Enzo Steiner registered in 4th. Christopher Heinzen brings it home in P5. So that will do it for your 206 Cadet. Up next, it is the first of the 2 feature races we have here this afternoon. 206 Medium set live here at Indy Karting Challenge as you're watching on Kart Chaser. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere as we have an action-packed feature race coming for you guys live. And here we go. 2:06 medium, the first of the two headline events. They're lined up beautifully down the back straightaway. Levi Wilbur, Eli Fox on the front row, bringing them to green. They're in the back straight tram lines. The green flag is out. And how about that for the inside line? It is the two CW Burrell Arts out in front, but here comes Fox to split up the pack. He goes door to door with McCorkadale for second. Can he hold on to the spot? McCorkadale is glued. Here comes Howerton up on the inside line now. Howerton gets his elbows out for third, and he takes it for the moment. Fox and Howerton went door to door down into turn number one, and they're going to go 2-3 wide, a little loose there from the mid-pack on back, and somehow they make it through cleanly. Single file all the way through. Down through the quick crossover they go. Howerton now, he split the two CW Burrell Arts. He's up into P2. Behind him is McCorkadale. In front of him is Levi Wilbur. Wilbur had a 2-second advantage when it came time for the checkered during the heat race event. Now in the feature, he's sitting on about a 5 car length advantage into turn number 6. Here they go. Howerton not under fire yet from McCorkadale. McCorkadale is a driver who wants to lead any pack that he's in. He doesn't like sitting in that second spot for too long, but here comes Fox. He's trying to break up the CWs, and he does it. So there are now 2 karts in between the 2 teammates. Just behind them, Mark Stahl is not too far back now. He is in that 5th position, I believe. He is 5th position in that front pack. So they're kind of spread out now as Howerton closes up onto Levi Wilbur, closing into the back bumper about a half a car length away now. He's well in the tow and on his way. He takes a peek back to see Eli Fox, someone else who is the only non-CW kart in that top 5. Fox now under fire just a little bit farther back. You can see on the just off the side of your screen on the left-hand side. There it is. Fox was under fire there for a moment from McCorkadale. McCorkadale backs it on back, goes straight to his back bumper. And the 2 playing spoilers for a lockout as here comes Howerton on the inside line. Howerton on point. The iCart leading for the first time today down towards the start finish straight. Count Jared Howerton for the lead as they go all the way down, almost side by side into turn 1. I kind of confused myself because I thought they were going up the hill before they went to turn 1. So they're all through cleanly. Count my mistake as they are now going into the south side hairpin. Howerton and Wilbur 1 and 2, Fox in 3rd, McCorkadale P4, Mike Stahl in P number 5. Mark Steele in P5 giving a push there to McCorkadale heading down into turn 1. Here comes Fox up on the inside of Wilbur. Now count Eli Fox up into P2 on that new Gin Haas chassis. Over into Big Ben of turn 7, coming down into that quick little shoot of short shoot, so to speak, before we get to the final corner. So the 2 that are not quite teammates but play allies to each other are the front 2 in pushing each other, trying to get away from that train of CW Burrell Arts there. You have Wilbur on a CW, McCorkadale on a CW, Steele on a CW, Heber on a CW, then Johnson under the AMAX Racing umbrella. So you have 4 Burrell Arts CWs, nose to tail now, trying to see if they can't run down the top 2. You have an iCar out in front, an Indianapolis-made chassis, Eli Fox on the Haas chassis with the new Gin brand as well. So all different types of manufacturers inside the top 3, as Wilbur had a look to the inside of Fox. Now they make the way towards Big Ben. I think Fox is content to push here for a couple laps. We still have 6 minutes and 30 seconds plus 2 laps to go. Out of the final corner, Wilbur took a very narrow line, and now it's going to go straight to the draft down this back straightaway. So Wilbur into the top 3. It's going to bring the pack up once again. Snaking their way over into turn 2. Then they go towards the crossover. They climb the small hill and they quickly drop down. You can see their heads bobble as they go down the hill towards that south side hairpin. Howerton still on point. Now Fox might have to get his elbows out here. Here comes Wilbur. Pushing on the back bumper. Does he give him assistance? He does. He closes it up. Now Fox is going to have a head of steam. He goes straight to the back bumper of Howerton. He knows what Wilbur's trying to do. Wilbur wants Fox to battle with Howerton to try to slow him down and get him farther deeper in the pack. Fox said, I appreciate the extra momentum, but I'm actually going to put it into the back bumper of Howerton to keep him up in this mix. Thank you very much. 6 minutes to go, plus 2 laps, this time across the stripe. They are all still nose to tail inside the top 5, heading down into turn 1. Howerton still leads him through cleanly. Fox right there in tow. Wilbur, he's been playing patience so far, but how much longer until he wants to break the 2 up in front? They aren't on the same team. However, they are the only 2 non-CWs inside the top 6, before we get to Braden Johnson in the 7th position, not too far off camera. Gage Gestianato also up in that front pack as well. Huge pack of train. going down into turn number 1. Fox giving a push. Howerton puts his hand up in appreciation, saying we need as much as we can right now. Over through turn 6, heading over towards Big Bend of turn 7, and it looks like Wilbur might be starting to fall off just a little bit from the top 2. He's got his teammate of McCorkadell from behind, but here comes Steele. Mark Steele up the inside now. So count Steele, Mr. Brellart himself, up into P number 4. McCorkadell back into P5. Wilbur is actually going to lose one more position as well. Wilbur, or no, he doesn't. Sorry, Wilbur's still 3rd. Steele, though, starting to pull away from his 2 teammates of Heber and McCorkadell as he's closing that gap up to the 3rd placeman there of Levi Wilbur going into Daytona Corner. Your top 2, Howerton and Fox, nose to tail. Fox gives another push there to the back bumper of Howerton into turn number 6. And here comes Wilbur. He thought about making a move on the inside there of Fox going into turn number 6. Couldn't quite get it done. Stays on the back bumper. 5 minutes, 15 seconds, plus 2 laps to go. Heber looks like he pulled out to the inside there. McCorkadell trying to make a move. I think he is going to get it, and he will. So Heber now goes up into P number 5. McCorkadell falls out of the top 5 to go back into P6. Johnson still right there in the 7th position. Top 3, nose to tail, Howerton, Fox, Wilbur. Not too far back is Mark Steele, about a half a car length down from the top 3. There's a good shot of them all working their way out of the Daytona Corner. Mark Steele doing the slouch in the seat, so to speak, where you drop yourself all the way down the seat to try to cut as much air out of the air resistance that you have going over the kart. It's almost like tucking your head down the wheel. Some prefer it either way, and it looks like he takes the slouching route every time that we've seen it so far on track, and it's working for him. He drove his way up inside the top 5, and there he is, crouched up on the wheel. The knees are just above the steering wheel there down that front straightaway, and just like that, top 4, nose to tail out of turn 2. They're almost bumper to bumper. Steele is just about a half a car length away from making it bumper to bumper. It's looking at 3 minutes plus 2 laps to go. And it appears that lap karts are in the foreseeable future. Brandon Lorick in 17th. And it looks like Gunner is well in 16th. They're not too far out in front. They're just now making their way into Big Bend of turn 7 as these guys make their way to turn 6. Not a problem now, but might be a potential factor going farther on here the next couple of laps. So Howerton still leads over Fox. Wilbur now getting some assistance there from Mark Steele in the 4th position now, coming over into 2 minutes and 30 seconds this time across the stripe. Fox has been content sitting there in that 2nd position, but how much longer will that last? He doesn't want to make his move too soon because he knows that there are 2 teammates behind him who will not hesitate to pounce on any opportunity that there may be. Into the south side hairpin they go. Howerton still leads over Fox. Then you get to Wilbur and Steele. That lapped kart. Man, that's not going to be the good moment. There it is. That's good sportsmanship right there. He pulls down the inside, points him on by. They're coming up on the 222 here of Gunner into turn number 6. And I think he might do the same here. He goes wide, lets the top 5 go. Great sportsmanship on his part as well. So the top 4 now, still nose to tail. Just under 2 minutes to go, plus 2 laps down towards the start-finish straight line. Howerton led all race long as here comes on the inside. That's Wilbur trying to see if he can't get his elbows out with Fox. He's rolling that outside line. Not enough to get it done here, but here comes Mark Steele. He thought about trying to get around Wilbur. Now he's going to play assistance to go to the back bumper. Here comes Wilbur again on the attack, and he's going to push Fox wide. Count him both up one more position. Wilbur goes to P2, Steele to P3, and Fox bobbled momentum out of the back straightaway. Now is in the 4th position. He's got his hand up in the air. I don't think he's too happy about that move, but he's going to roll that outside line and close it up to him. How about that for a run through turn 6 for Fox? Closes up the disadvantage that he had about 4 or 5 kart lengths, now down to about 2 or 3, and he wants to catch this train, so to speak, of the 2 teammates. They're cutting the air and pushing together. If Fox can just get up in that toe, they'll pull him along to catch back up to Howerton if they can make up enough momentum now. So Mark Steele in that 3rd position, pushing on his teammate of Levi Wilbur. So those 2 working together. Currently, Howerton sitting at a 6/10 of a second advantage over the 2. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes down. I think he might have enough barely, as we're looking at 40 seconds plus 2 laps to go. That's probably going to get one more this time by before they get the 2 laps to go signed. As Mark Steele continues to push on the back bumper of Wilbur. If they play this smart, they might just get there when the white flag comes out, as long as they don't battle, or if the 4th place from there, if Eli Fox doesn't get to him first and try to break up that pack. 21 seconds to go. They're going to get one more this time by before they see 2 to go. 3 laps remaining at the line. Howerton out in front, 0.4 of a second advantage over Wilbur and Steele. But here comes Fox. What does Fox do? He can easily spoil these 2 drivers in front of him, of Wilbur and Steele, if he tries to battle with them just a little bit too hard. That'll then kind of slow down the momentum, although I think that's out of the window. Here comes Wilbur. Wilbur in tow over Howerton, and he knows it. He took a peek back. He saw how quickly Wilbur's closing up to him as they make their way into turn 6, now towards the turn 7. Here comes Fox on the inside of Steele. Does he take the spot? He's got the advantage. Yes, he does. Fox up into 3rd now. He's breaking up the 2 teammates. Wilbur, he's got the draft of Howerton. This time by 2 laps to go here at WRP for the 206 senior medium. Everyone's starting to crowd around the bleachers now as they can see there's a 4-kart battle for the lead. Down over towards the south side hairpin. Howerton continues to lead over Wilbur. 1 lapper out in the distance, I believe. That is Ryan Waldo just out in front. Howerton, I don't think he's going to catch him into 6, but they're probably going to catch him into 7. Here comes Wilbur, though. He's got a head of steam up on the inside. Thought about it. Fox is going to try it. Fox up into the 2nd spot. He takes it away from Wilbur. Now here comes Steele. Steele sees an opportunity. He's now up into 3rd. Here's the lapper on the outside. That is the 37 of, I believe that is Waldo. And he's going to actually break up the pack as now Fox has a run up on the inside coming to the white flag. Fox has got the inside advantage. White flag is out. Fox to the point. Howerton back into 2nd. So they're now going to bunch back up again. Fox P1, Howerton P2, Steele in 3rd, Wilbur in 4th. I don't think Steele and Wilbur have enough to close back up. They're closing the gap down now. Actually, I say that. I think they're going to have some momentum here. Let's see how Howerton, does he try it here into 6 or does he wait? Down the back straightaway. Does Fox go on the defensive? It looks like no. Howerton's still pushing over into 6. Into 7, Howerton's got the outside line. Fox is going to roll the inside. Howerton closing back up. Here comes Steele. He's got a head of steam. Fox defends the inside line. Howerton tries a crossover move. He gets to the inside. Fox has got the advantage going down into turn 1, and I think it's going to have it. Eli Fox takes the win here for 206 senior medium. Jared Howerton comes across the line into P2. Mark Steele holds on to P3. Levi Wilbur in 4th. Brayton Johnson rounds out your top 5. So as it stands now, it is a new gen P1, iCart P2, CWP3, CWP4, and AMAX P and P number 5. So congratulations to the top 5 there. Great race all the way through for your 206 medium. Hey, we still got more racing still yet to go. Your 206 juniors are about to make their way out on track here soon. As we sit back and watch some replays here, this is all coming to you live on Kart Chaser.
He knows what Wilbur's trying to do. Wilbur wants Fox to battle with Howerton and try to slow him down. And he's just above the steering wheel there down that front straightaway. And just like that, top 4, amazing. There it is. That's good sportsmanship right there. He pulls down the inside. But not enough to get it done here. But here comes Mark Steele. He's got Everyone's trying to get a spot. He takes it away from Wilbur. Now here comes Steele. Steele sees an opportunity. He's now up to the 3rd. Here's the lap on the outside. He's just in the standard of, I think that's Waldo. He's going to actually break up the pass. Down, Fox to the point. Side here, the 6th, and then you win. Down the back straightaway. Heading to the end of turn 1, and then take it to the head of D-Rod Ball. Race the win here for 206 senior media. D-Rod Ball. Race the win here for
And here we go for your 206 juniors. Clean start here so far. Sam Tutwiler out in front, and that CW Burrell Art making his way through. And I believe that is, that's Gabriel Payne up into the second spot now, able to get around Coyle Delaney in that top cart going down into turn number 1. Here they go. Time now registering, and it is Sam Tutwiler, Gabriel Payne, Coyle Delaney, and Evan Patton in the 4th position. So as of now, it's a CW Burrell Art P1, Gabriel Payne and that new gen Haas in P2, Coyle Delaney on the top cart chassis in P3, and Evan Patton on another new gen Haas chassis in 4th. Nico Santos under AMAX Racing 10 in P number 5. It looks like they're already starting to get spaced out here as Sam Tutwiler, who's been on a dominating run so far this entire weekend. He's also trying to go for a clean sweep of the weekend. Pole position, the heat win, and the feature win is all 3 you have to do to sweep each class here this weekend. As we got one turn around there over in turn number 1. I think that may have been Easton Shore's car number 31, not 100% sure on that. However, we're going to continue to sit and watch the second and third placements going back and forth. That's Gabriel Payne with the red helmet and the white chassis there running in the second spot. Coyle Delaney with the orange and white helmet on the blue top cart in P3. Out of the south side hairpin they go. Coyle Delaney had a little bit of a run going into it, decided not to take it. He's going to follow in the toe now of Gabriel Payne. Down this back straightaway, Coyle Delaney, he's got a run. Does he take it into turn 6? He's side by side. Does he have it? For now, yes, clear. Coyle Delaney up into P2 for cart number 67 on the top cart. P3 now for Gabriel Payne, cart number 45 under the new gen Haas chassis entry there, going down that front straightaway into turn number 1. 8 minutes plus 2 laps remain here for your 206 junior final. And Coyle Delaney already pulled out about 4 or 5 car length advantage over Gabriel Payne in P3. Let's look at the lap times here to see what they're doing. Last time by, Sam Tutwiler went a 48.057, Coyle Delaney 48.735. Granted, that was with the pass for the second position, so that kind of slows down the times just a little bit. 1.9 seconds is the separation between Tutwiler and Delaney. Gabriel Payne last time by went a 49.571. Again, he fell back a position as well, so probably slowed down his times as they go side by side out of turn 6. Payne had a look there on Delaney. Not quite enough to get it done there as he was able to get to his quarter panel. Coming out of turn 6, then to go over into 7. And Coyle Delaney is going to hold on the spot just a little bit longer this time across the stripe. 7 minutes and 10 seconds plus 2 laps remains. Last time by, how about that? Tutwiler pulled out another 2/10 over the rest of the field. 47, actually almost a second over the rest of the field. 47.642. Coyle Delaney went a 48.651. 2.9 seconds separates Tutwiler and Delaney here for this battle for the second spot. And I believe Tutwiler has turned in his hotel key and checked out for the evening, as all he has to do is take a knee here for the next 6 minutes and 45 seconds plus 2 laps, and he'll get a clean sweep of the weekend. Meanwhile, this battle for second, Delaney a little loose there on the exit of turn 6, allowed Gabriel Payne to close back up yet again, and he's staying right in the draft of your second placement of Coyle Delaney. All the way from Ocala, Florida, decided to make the trek up here to Indiana, to Whiteland Raceway Park, to race in this year's 206 junior final so far. As they make their way now over into turn 2, Delaney's still holding onto the position, but right now Gabriel Payne a little bit closer than we saw the previous lap. He may have an opportunity in the south side hairpin. He decides better of it. He's going to stay right there in tow of the leaders going down towards towards Daytona Corner, now heading down into turn number 6. And let's see if Coyle Delaney, if he's going to get a little loose here on the exit, and he does, just slides it out a little too much, and that allows Gabriel Payne to close back up and keep it right about that half car length distance all the way through. Now they go into the final corner of turn number 8, heading down towards start-finish straight. Just under 6 minutes to go, plus 2 laps. Tutwiler, let's see the gap now. 4.6 seconds for Sam Tutwiler over Coyle Delaney and Gabriel Payne for the second and third spot. So I think we're just going to have to sit and watch this battle for third. Meanwhile, A little silent assassin there from Evan Patton in the 4th position. He's been turning about 0.2 of a lap faster than the 2nd and 3rd placemans out in front, and he's now closing into the field of view of camera. There he is on the left-hand side of your screen, car number 61, Evan Patton. As these two in front have been going side by side, he's just been chipping away at the deficit between himself and the two out in front, and just like that, he's in towing distance of the two. So keep an eye on that new gen, as now he's taking a look on the inside of his teammate coming down towards turn 1. Gabriel Payne under attack. He hasn't been looking back. He just did going into the start-finish line, and now I think he knows the problem that might be at hand, because while he's also closing up, Patton he's bringing along with him Nico Santos and Lucas Randolph. So we might have a 5-car battle for the 2nd spot here. Meanwhile, this could be good news for Gabriel Payne. He's got a teammate up in the mix. So if Patton decides to push with Payne, they might be able to get around Coyle Delaney. I don't think they're going to have much time to reel in Sam Tutwiler with his 5.6 second gap over the rest of the field. However, if you're trying to make up one more position, it's always nice to have a familiar facing car inside the mix right now. So Coyle Delaney is going to have to be careful, or he's going to want to hope that Patton decides to battle it back and forth with Payne to give him a little bit of breathing room. It looks like that's starting to happen. Patton had a look on the exit of the final corner. Delaney then able to make up about a kart length advantage over those two now. Meanwhile, the Nico Santos and Lucas Randolph have closed up into the field of view. So now count it, 5 karts going for the 2nd spot. So Delaney leading that group. Then you get to Payne and Patton. As now here comes Patton. He made a move to the inside. Gabriel Payne was slapping the back of his helmet saying, hey, you need to work with me. If we start battling, you're going to allow Coyle to pull away. And just like that, Coyle pulls out about a 2-car length advantage as Payne had to hold off Evan Patton there in the 4th position. That's now going to fully bring in Santos and Randolph into the field of view. Santos went a little wide there on the exit. Patton communicating with Payne right now. Payne slapping the back of his helmet, Patton pointing forward, so not quite sure what that means in karting terms, but I have a feeling it doesn't mean, hey, I appreciate you're here, and let's go forward. I think it's a little bit of a driver argument that they're having amongst themselves right now. Coyle Delaney doing a good job, though, holding off this entire field. As we're looking at about 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes plus 2 laps to go, about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's see what happens down this back straightaway. Does Gabriel try to take it here? He's pushing hard on the back bumper. Backs it off, and I think he may be trying to push him away from that 2nd pack. So Gabriel Payne is leaving his teammate behind. He's trying to work with Coyle Delaney to get himself away from that 2nd pack. 2 minutes and 30 seconds plus 2 laps down towards the front straightaway. Patton not close enough to try to make a move on the exit on Payne like we've seen before. Now they make their way across the stripe, put another lap into the books. Gap between Tutwiler, who just went purple, 47.2, and Coyle Delaney is now 7.9 seconds. So Tutwiler just now going into Daytona Corner as these 5 drivers just now going into the Southside hairpin. He's set on cruise, and I think he's just going to have a nice little Sunday cruise, Sunday drive, so to speak, this afternoon. All he has to do is wait out this next 2 minutes and 2 laps. Meanwhile, if you're Coyle Delaney, you got your elbows out, and you're probably paranoid as to what's happening right now as he goes a little wide on exit, and he's got the 2 teammates, Payne and Patton, close back up again. So these 2 now might try to work together since they've just rekindled, and it looks like no. Here comes Patton to the inside line. Payne getting frustrated. He goes down right in front of his teammates saying, hey, you got to push me if you want a chance here. This could be good news for Coyle Delaney with the 2 teammates deciding to work together. 1 minute and 20 seconds plus 2 laps. Payne, again, doing that accordion effect, closes back up in the slower parts of the track, but it looks like Coyle just doing a good job of holding off the rest of the field. Through Daytona they go, down the back straightaway. Coyle not quite on the defensive. He might have to go at it now. Here comes Payne. He backs off a little bit. Might be set up for a run here on the exit turn 6. He's right there, but not close enough to get it done. Through the sweeper of turn 7. 1 minute to go, plus 2 laps for your leader of Tutwiler just now going across the stripe. I think they're going to get another lap aside from this one. It's going to be close, though, as they're doing about 47-second laps, as now here comes the 2nd pack across the line. Payne pushing on the back bumper of Delaney now, going into turns 2 and 3, making their way towards the Southside hairpin now. Now into the Southside hairpin. Payne has got his teammate of Patton, but it looks like Patton not too focused on trying to work together with him. He's holding off Nico Santos and Lucas Randolph, but at the same time, he's trying to make a move on his teammate each time he gets close enough to him. Now here comes Santos. He got a little bit of a run, went straight to the back bumper of Patton as they make their way into turn 6. There's the 5 in question, going for that second position now. 13 seconds remain plus 2 laps. Let's see if they get 2 to go this time by. And it looks like no. 3 laps remain though as Delaney under fire from Gabriel Payne at the final corner. Down the back or front straightaway into turn 1. There it is on your screen. 3 laps remain. Coyle Delaney's got to hold on just a little bit longer for that second spot. Payne and Patton, they got to work together here if they want to try to get around. Meanwhile, Santos and Randolph, I think they might be in the catbird seat here for the second pack. They're just watching this battle go back and forth. There went Payne trying to make a move on the inside there of Delaney. Delaney shot around the outside into the Daytona corner, and that's going to bunch up that second group now. So Patton closing in on his teammate of Payne. He's finally going to push him now into turn 6. They're going to close that gap back down. Meanwhile, Santos has to hold off Lucas Randolph there for the 5th and 6th position. So all 5 going for 1 spot. 2 laps are shown just off camera to your leader, Sam Tutwiler. Well over 10-second lead he has so far. Here they go across the stripe. 2 laps remain here for the second pack. And it's a 9.5 second lead for Sam Tutwiler out in front. We're going to pick him up here, not this time by, but next time by when he makes his way towards the checkered flag. Coyle Delaney holding off Gabriel Payne here for the second position, but Payne's teammate of Evan Patton on the new Gen Haas chassis finding their way up in that second position. Now they're going to look on the inside. Here comes Patton, is defending off Nico Santos there for the 5th position, not able to give a push to his teammate of Gabriel Payne through turn 6, heading over into turn 7 now. And Coyle Delaney holding on to a 3 car length advantage. Now into the final corner of turn 8, going down the front straightaway to the second to final time. Into turn 1. Is Patton going to try to get around his teammate Payne to turn 1? Almost, but it looked like Santos now under fire from Randolph. So all sorts of battling happening on track. Meanwhile, Tutwiler, he's 10.2 seconds ahead, and there's raindrops on the window. Rain starting to fall now as we're approaching the final lap. Hold on just a little bit longer. Guys, you just got to bring it home. 1 more lap before we can see that checkered flag and beat the rain. Coyle Delaney goes on the defensive here for the second spot. Gabriel Payne not close enough to make a move. Patton just might be. It looks like Delaney ran wide. Payne able to hold that inside line now as they make their way over into turn number 6 and 7. Meanwhile, it should be checkered flag, and it is. Congratulations, Sam Tutwiler with the win. Let's watch these guys on home. Here comes Coyle Delaney holding off the outside line. I think he's going to do it. Coyle Delaney brings it home in P number 2. Payne into P3. Patton in 4th. Nico Santos in 5th. And Lucas Randolph in 6th. And I do not mean any discredit at all to our winner, Sam Tutwiler. A dominating run. 10.7 seconds is how much he separated over the rest of the field. So congratulations to him doing a clean sweep of the weekend on his inaugural weekend running with the Burrell R under the CW team. So that is Sam Tutwiler taking the win for the 206 Junior Final. And that will do it for 206 Junior. Up next, it is your 206 Masters, set to take the green here shortly as you're watching live. There's the radar on screen. It's not really registering. It looks like there's a small chance of rain here for the next 30 minutes. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And we will see you guys when we come back here from commercial break.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
So you finally want to get behind the wheel, huh?
Yeah, I've been shooting for 3 years and I've never got to drive.
Well, you're gonna need some more gear than just your helmet. Why don't you go to shopakr.com. They got their inventory online and they'll ship it the same day if you order before 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
They got shoes?
Yep.
Gloves?
Yep.
Rip protectors?
Got those too.
Can they make me go fast?
No.
Here at Acceleration Kart Racing, we've got everything you need to get on track. What happens next? Well, that's on you. Check us out online at shopakr.com.
I got him because I squeezed his ass going into the first corner. I know, because I still left the space. It's not a lot where I could be like, all right, gas her up, I'm good to go.
Green flag is out for your 206 Masters, making their way now out of turn number 6, heading over into turn 7 now. Out in front already. Look at that. Matt Geist on the lead right now over Troy Toney into P2. And I believe that is going to be Palmer Eicher Sr. in that 3rd position. How about that? Hey, Palmer Eicher, we haven't seen a lot here at WRP. He's ran a couple of times with this kid, Palmer Eicher Jr. However, they're mostly on the street circuits with the SIRA, Southern Indiana Racing Association division. Palmer Eicher's got experience in the 4-cycle class as well as the 80 shifter class back in its prime and the late 20 teens. Now finding himself in the 3rd place here for 206 Master Finals. He is holding off Brian Williams. Brian Williams, a hometown hero. He makes the drive every race up from Louisville, Kentucky. Drives the 2 hours up here at Whiteland Raceway Park. We're thankful for him every single weekend. He's a good competitor. He's a good friend and a good representative here at Whiteland Raceway Park. Finding himself inside the top 5 there on the new Gen Haas chassis there in P number 5. And Matt Geist, the privateer, on a OTK out in front over Troy Toney, another new Gen Haas chassis there. You can watch him closing back up. These two have been kind of going back and forth all weekend long. Adam Dietz, who had to start last, finding himself up into P6. So Adam Dietz now going on the attack and trying to cut his way up through traffic. He knows he's got a lot to make up. He's been running this Masters class for about 2 years now. He had a lot of success in the senior category with 206 as soon as he became of age. I was talking to him earlier. He said, you know what? I just want to go race for fun. It's fun to be out there battling for the front, but beating and banging there in the 206 Masters or senior class kind of took a toll on him. And now he's just ready to have some fun and relax here with the seniors. And I don't want to do any disservice to this Master class because they always put on a good show week in and week out. Matt Geist currently leading out in front. Last time by was a half a second. This time by 0.8 of a second there. He went a 47.9. Closest one to him with Troy Toney, 48.2. So almost 4/10 of a second separate the top 2. And then you get a little bit farther back. Palmer Eicher, he is under attack now from Brian Williams. He's holding off Williams, and now he's going to go high. And Williams now goes up into P3. He's going to bring along with him, how about that, the flying mechanic himself, Melvin Godzi, up into the 4th position. We haven't seen Melvin a whole lot here the past couple of seasons. He's been running back and forth here between Whiteland Raceway Park, Newcastle Motorsports Park. I know he's got his own business that he's been trying to continue on here, but it's always good to see the flying mechanic himself, Melvin Godzi, out here on the, I believe that is a track cart going down towards the start-finish straight now. So that is your top 10 rundown. Like I said, Adam Dietz in P6. Michael Schaefer, haven't seen him a lot whole this year. He's been busy with his businesses as well. He started his own CNC and development program with Michael Schaefer Products, where he's been working on different types of airboxes and trying to improve karting altogether. Kevin Simonellic, he runs out here as well with this kid we've seen previously in the junior and cadet categories. And then how about this for Zach Clayball? His inaugural run back in a car after a long while. He was actually a part of the Beating Heart group that kickstarted the 80cc shifter class when here in Indiana. He's native to Alexandria, Indiana. He always ran the Alexandria Grand Prix, the Elwood Grand Prix, and the Anderson Mayor's Cup. And now he's trying to find himself back on a permanent track here as he is inside the top 10, running 9th. In this 206 Master Class. So nice to see some old familiar faces make their way back out here at Whiteland Raceway Park. As you're watching now, that is the battle between the 75 of Brian Williams and just behind him, Melvin Godzi, car number 83. These two, they go way back in time. 5+ years they've been racing together here at WRP. They always put on a good show, and they're always good friends off the track as well. Melvin Godzi, who's not afraid to get his hands dirty and repair his kart on track, so to speak, how he got the name Flying Mechanic, out on track now, running inside the top 5 there. How about that for Adam Dietz? Just off camera, he made a move up into the top 5. He was able to get around Palmer Eicher, and he's been putting in some good laps. I'm watching him on the screen right now. He's running about a 47.7. His best is a 47.9, which he just ran, so he's about 4/10 off pace of Matt Geist. We're running very consistent numbers with the top drivers that we've seen so far. Matt Geist, though, opening almost a second of the rest of the field. There he is. That is a 66 of Adam Dietz out front, running in that 5th position over Palmer Eicher, who's falling back into 6th. Michael Schaefer not too far behind him, and then Kevin Simonellic followed by Zach Clayball in the 9th position. As you can see, a good shot going down the back straightaway. That is Melvin Godsey following just behind Brian Williams. That's for 3rd and 4th. And everyone out there just having a good old time here with the 206 Masters class. We'll take a little bit of a break as we're going to crank it up now. So we're going to sit back here and watch on static cameras as you just listen to the sound of the 4-cycle, the beating heart of grassroots racing here in Indiana in the Midwest. And as we come back here, as we're sitting at about 3 minutes and 40-some seconds plus 2 laps to go, Michael Schaffer was actually able to make up a couple positions. He made his way up inside the top 5, and how about that for a turn race? Now, trying to see if he can't reel in Melvin Godsey, was able to get around Palmer Eicher and Adam Dietz. So congratulations, Michael Schaffer making his way up through the field. I believe he started somewhere back in the 8th position. Now cracked the top 5 and trying to see, and look at the times now, he's actually running faster than Melvin Godsey and Brian Williams. So here, in the next couple laps, we're going to sit and watch and see if he can close in that group. But I'm going to make my way down to grid real quick. We're going to talk to some of the drivers here that are set to go in the KA division. So stand by as we're going to continue to watch here your 206 Masters out on track. So we're now on grid. We're going to catch up here, Austin Fairfield. Austin, you're in the front 3 rows. You've been having a good race. You've kind of been quiet in that front pack. You're right there in the picture, though, so tell us what you're going to go with this future race.
Hopefully keep it on the track and just go fast and not get tired.
Now, I know your boss man yourself is about 2 rows behind you of Race Labronte. Any conversations with him?
No, I just said I was going to put him in the wall because it's race. Why not?
All right, there it is. So, going to be a vacancy here at MPG for sure. Now, let's have a little chat with this young man. And Gibbs, man, it's your first season running the senior class. You're doing an awesome job in that front group. What's the transition been like from junior to senior?
Oh, it's been a big change. I mean, I'm just happy to be up here with these guys from the 206s. It's just so much fun to be racing with competition like this, and it's just really fun.
All right, there it is. It's doing a phenomenal inaugural run here. And let's see if we can't catch up. Bane Bennett, man, I got to ask you. You're a privateer, one of the only privateers in this front group. Not a lot of support when it comes to running with people on track. How have you been making it so far?
Well, I got my dad. He does a lot of the stuff, so just with his support, so.
Been a good run for you so far. Good luck to you going forward. Let's see if we can't catch up a couple more. How about this young man right here, Carson Sauter, man? How about that for a break? Run last year. This year, been up towards the front all weekend long. You're a teammate, but not so teammate, just outside you. So tell us going into this one what you're going to do in that front row.
Hopefully get a good start and, have a long race. Hopefully us three, me, Carly, and Eli, can break away because I know race is going to be coming through the field. So I know there's also rain possibly coming, so we'll see how that plays out. But hopefully fun race, so we'll see how it goes.
All All right, there it is. Carson Sauter going to see how it goes. Let's see if we can't catch up with these two not-so-teammates. All right, now I want you both to stay right here, okay? Now, on track, shifters, guys are teammates here. Totally different category. What's your guys' plan?
I think our plan here is to try to work together and try and get away a little bit, not race too hard right off the bat, and kind of keep it together to see what this weather's going to do.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Charlie there. Work together a little bit, see if we can make a gap, and see if one of us can win here at the end.
Now I gotta ask, raise a hand. You guys worried about rain? Raise your hand if you're worried about rain.
I hope it pours down rain. I love the rain.
What do you think, Charlie?
I've definitely got more practice than I should driving slicks in the rain, so if it rains, I think I'll be in an okay spot here.
All right, so there it is. The two up front, hoping for rain. Good luck to them. We're gonna go a little bit. Let's see. Can't tell. Start pack. All right, Race, I gotta have a quick conversation with you. You went to the back of the pre-final, worked your way all the way up to 10th position. You've been running almost faster times than ever out in front. Possibility to get all the way up there.
I think there's a good chance that we'll be fighting for the win. Hopefully the start goes better this time. I got tangled up with some guys in the rear that were fighting a little too hard in turn 3 of lap 1. So I ended up spinning out and having to come from way back, but the pace is really good. It's been good when I was testing yesterday and that heat race we were purple by 3:10. So hopefully I get to go have some fun with these boys up front for a win today.
Now I got to ask you too, Fairfield said he's putting you in the wall. Are you going to have a vacancy if he does that?
Oh man, Fairfield's got to catch me first.
All right, there it is. That your top group here for your K8 senior. 2 lines up here for your 6 Masters. We're going to call it back and get back up to the booth. All right, white flag is out in the final lap coming down here. Matt Geist and Troy Toney making the way into turn 6. As there's a good shot coming out of the Daytona corner, and it looks like Troy Toney, he's up on that wheel trying to get as much as he can here in the final couple of corners, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It is going to be Matt Geist holding on towards the start-finish straightaway and taking the win here for your 206 Master Final. Troy Toney comes across into P2, and how about this for Brian Williams? A podium here. P3 for Brian Williams. Melvin Godsey inside the top 5 for his first race back in a long while, and he goes inside the top 5 to P4. And Adam Dietz rounds out your top 5 here after starting all the way in last for your 206 Master Final. So that is going to do it for your 206 Masters. Up next, it is the second of the 2 highlight events. Your KA Senior and Master set to take their 10-minute plus 2-lap feature event, and then after that we're going to move on to the afternoon program, start with practice. And as you saw on your screen, rain is a possibility here in this feature event. So if it wasn't already chaotic enough, here it is, another chance of rain for the next 50 minutes possible. Just going to be a little bit of a light little dusting on track of rain. However, that is enough to change the entire surface. Talking to a couple drivers on track, some of them are hoping for it because they said they run good here on slick tires when it's a little humid out or a little damp, so to speak, on track. But if you wanted drama, there's going to be more for it to come as the rain's now starting to fall. So here we go. We're about to go set here for your KA Seniors, coming to you live here on Kart Chaser. You are watching the Indy Karting Challenge, sponsored by NKA.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
Charlie Stein starting P1 in the top cart. Looking to take the win on this one.
And here we go. KA Senior and Master set to take the green. It is Charlie Steins on the front row. Carson Sutter on the outside in P2. Then he gets a P3. Bane Bennett the second. Finds himself inside the top 5. And Eli Fox on the outside. Green flag is out. Down into turn number 6. And they're all going to bunch it up going through. And it looks like a clean getaway here for your leader. Charlie Steins out in front. Eli Fox into P2. The rain is not quite falling. It's more like a slight sprinkle out on track. The track is just mildly damp as they make their way down into turn number 1, but that is going to be a factor here this afternoon. How about that for Race Liberante? 10th to 3rd in 3 corners, finding his way up towards the front of the track. Just behind him, that is Carson Sauter on that Factory Fury GP in that 4th position. Just in front of him, Eli Fox, who was on the new Gen Haas chassis. And then Race Liberante on the MPG Kart Republic up into P2, reeling in Charlie Steins, and he goes for the lead into turn number 1, and he's going to overstep just a little bit. Side by side for the crossover move. Charlie Steins on the outside line, and he's going to put his elbows up. He's got the inside line for the moment. No, that's going to go the way to Race Liberante, going down that front straightaway. So now Steins is going to try to go the outside line. Is he trying to turn 1? Not quite. He's looking for grip now. It's getting a little damp, and the track is not gone. It's still got grip in it. However, it might be a little bit favorable to run off the racing line. So Liberante out in front, and he looks like he's starting to slowly pull away from Steins there in the 2nd position. Eli Fox there in P3 with Carson Sauter in 4th. And it goes a little bit farther back before we get to your 5th placement of Austin Fairfield, the gatekeeper to the top 5, who's holding off Bane Bennett II and Blake Finley. Over into Big Ben, heading now into the final corner. There is your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That is Steins, Fox, and Sauter. 2, 3, 4 just in front of them. Race Lebronto, who I said before, 10th to 1st. And about 1 lap is all it took, or sorry, 2 laps is all it took for him to go from 10th to 1st. How about that for a drive as he's starting to open up the lead now? You want to talk about someone who's good in the rain? Race Lebronto, one of the most experienced drivers probably in the country when it comes to karting here. He ran shifters, he's ran road tax, he's ran KA. Anything you can imagine, he has probably been in it, and he's most likely won it as well. Leading the way is now, here goes side by side. Fox able to get around Carson Sauter. So now count Eli Fox up on one position. Carson Sauter's back, or sorry, Steins back into 3rd. Sauter still in 4th. And now the 3, I don't think they're going to go door to door with each other. I think they're going to play it pretty smart here. Fox is definitely trying to see if he can't get Carson or Charlie to work with them as they have to reel in Race Liberante out front. Last time by, Liberante went about a 10th faster than Eli Fox. He went purple with the 42.381. Eli Fox 42.499. So not a huge separation, but the 3 definitely need to work together if they want to close down that 0.7 of a second gap. Although now it's looking closer to probably a second now, as here comes Carson Sauter on the inside of Charlie Steins. He goes up now into 3rd. Steins falls back into 4th, so a little shake up there inside the top 4. Still Liberante out in front, Fox P2, and it looks like Fox may have found a little bit something there in the car. I think his car may have just now come in. Last time by, Liberante went a 42.0, Eli Fox 42.1, so he's got an answer. Although Carson Sauter, he went a 42.053. He's the 2nd fastest car in the field, running in the 3rd position. As of now, it's almost a 0.9 of a second lead that Race Liberante has over Eli Fox. Down the back straightaway they go, looking at 6 minutes and just under 30 seconds plus 2 laps. Through turn 6, and there's the gap on the left-hand side of your screen, and the all-black chassis is Race Liberante out in front, and Eli Fox there in the 2nd position, leading Carson Sauter there for 3rd. Just behind him is Charlie Steins. Now it's a matter of managing the gap. Last time by, Race Liberante went a 41.886. Eli Fox 41.9. Carson Sauter 41.9. Charlie Steins 41.808. He's now the fastest kart on the field. He just went purple. However, with how these KAs race here at Whiteland, you can't let a lead go, especially over half a second. Really not 0.8 of a second like Liberante has over Eli Fox. So Charlie Steins, it's one thing to run fast. It's another thing to able to get around and then close the gap up even more. As we are just under 6 minutes, 5 minutes and 30 seconds plus 2 laps to go. It is possible for them to close back up to Liberante, but they have to definitely keep their heads on their shoulders and just keep pushing, trying to see if you can't go a little bit faster. Last time by though, Liberante 41.6. He keeps getting faster and faster. Fox went a 41.8. Sauter 41.8, Steins 41.6, so Steins is the 2nd fastest kart on track. However, the gap between Liberante and Fox over a second, 1.055 separates Liberante with Fox. 5 minutes to go plus 2 laps, and it appears we're only going to be watching a battle for 2nd between Fox, Sauter, and Steins. Steins, like I said, 2nd fastest kart on track. However, he is still stuck behind Carson Sauter. As we always say, it's one thing to catch up, it's another to pass. You can be running a 1/10 of a second faster. However, it's a little bit difficult to carry that momentum to get around someone, especially when they're running very similar times as yourself. Last time by, Liberante 41.7. Stein, 2nd fastest again, 41.74. So about 1/100 faster than Liberante. Fox and Sauter both about a 1/10 off. 1.1 second now separates Liberante from Fox. So there is Charlie Steins on that top kart chassis, red suit, black helmet, just behind Carson Sauter, who is in the orange, red, and blue helmet, white and blue suit, white and blue GP chassis there in P3, and just in front of both of them is Eli Fox, who is in the red and white helmet, black new gen team with the Haas chassis there in P2, and just in front of both of them in the all blacked out chassis is Race Liberante with MPG Kart Republic, one of the co-runners there of the MPG brand. finds himself 1.3 seconds ahead of the field. Right now, last time by, Liberante goes purple again, 41.530. Everyone 2/10 off. Eli Fox, 41.7. Carson Sauter, 41.7. Charlie Steins, 41.7. So I think all their chances of reeling in Liberante have gone to the wayside. 3 minutes and under 30 seconds to go. Liberante with the 1.3 second gap. I think we're now only going to watch the battle here for the second spot coming up on the closing stages of this race. So Fox holding off Sauter and Steins going through turns 2 and 3, making the way towards the crossover now, heading into the south side hairpin. I don't think anyone in this 3 is close enough to make a dive bomb move in the south side hairpin. Again, these 3 are teammates outside of the local series when they're on the national circuits, whether it be Stars, USPKS, or SCUSA. They all run under the same team of the Factory Fury GP Karts. The only one who's on it right now is Carson Sauter. Steins on the Top Kart USA chassis, Eli Fox on the new Gen Haas chassis, and also at the same time, Fox and Steins, this is their first race back in a single speed in some time. They normally run the shifters on the national circuits, now find themselves in a KA. Carson Sauter runs a KA on the regional and national circuits. So all 3 may be outside their comfort zone except for Carson Sauter, who's used to running here on the GP chassis with the KA package. Now battling it out with his 2 former teammates here, or current teammates I should say, of Fox and Steins. Let's see if we can't take a peek farther back through the field. Let's talk about your 5th placeman, Bane Bennett, the second, cart number 99 on the Tony car. How about this for a breakout weekend? Normally finds himself in the upper mid-pack, just outside the top 5. But now finds himself running pretty consistently in the 5th position, right just behind on the right-hand side of your screen. That is Austin Fairfield in 6. So Bane Bennett in an island of his own right there on the right-hand side of your screen in that white cue ball helmet. There goes Austin Fairfield in the 6th spot. But Bane Bennett, he's got a lot of breathing room in front, a lot of breathing room behind. Kind of probably a little bit of a boring race for him. However, you're getting some good points there. He's also getting some good experience. He's pulling away from 2 drivers who got a lot of talent. That is Austin Fairfield there you're watching, and the 969 on the MPG KR. And then how about this for Lane Gibbs, making the transition from the junior to the senior division here in the KA category, running in P7 behind Austin Fairfield. He's got a lot of talent. As I'm saying all that, there's a mix-up there inside the top 3. Let's see if we can't switch back over to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of Eli Fox, Charlie Steins, and Carson Sauter. As Steins goes up into P2, Fox goes into 3rd, and now Carson Sauter into 4th. So count Charlie now up 2 positions, Fox back 1, and Steins back 1 as well. So there's the gap you can see there. Liberante on the right-hand side of your screen, almost 2 seconds ahead from the 3 battling it out for the 2nd position. We are now approaching 50 seconds to go plus 2 laps, so they're probably not going to get 2 laps to go this time by. At least I know they're not. They might get 1 more after this if the clock allows it, but I think it is going to show 2 laps to go this next time by. So 3 laps remaining at the line. Charlie Steins, P2 on that top cart, red suit, black helmet. Eli Fox, black chassis on the new Gen Haas chassis in P2. And then Carson Sauter in the blue and white suit, the blue GP chassis with Factory Fury GP Kart USA running there in 4th. So good run there for these 3. But how about this for an epic run for Liberante? 10th to 2nd in 1 lap, 2nd to 1st in 2. He put on a clinic so far as he's making his way into the final corner here with 1 second left. Time has expired, so look for 2 laps to go at the line now. There the 3 go for the 2nd position out of the final corner. There goes Liberante just now across the stripe. He's seeing the 2 laps to go. There's Adam Boros, our flagman, showing it to everyone across the board. It looks like the rain may have subsided here just a little bit as we continue to sit back and watch these 3 going for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. Liberante, right-hand side of your screen, that black cart, that is a MPG Kart Republic there, going down into turn number 6 now. That is Charlie Steins on the red suit, blue cart, going into turn 6 in P2. And here comes Fox. He's got to peek up on the inside. Steins closes the door on him. So now Fox may have something in that cart to get around Charlie Steins. Down the front straight where they go to see the white flag. 1 more time by before the checkered is shown. So let's see, can Charlie Steins hold on for another lap over Eli Fox here, making the way into the south side hairpin. Carson Sauter just off screen, not close enough to make a move just yet. Liberante's got a huge lead over the rest of the field. So in the final lap, coming down into turn 6 for the last time, Charlie Steins leads them into turn 6. Looks like Fox is not close enough to make a move, and let's bring him on home here for your race leader. That is Race Liberate out in front. 10th to 2nd in 1 lap, 2nd to 1st in 2. Coming down to the line, Race Liberate takes the win here for KA Senior. Charlie Steins brings it home in P2, Eli Fox in P3, Carson Sauter in 4th, Bane Bennett the 2nd in 5th, Austin Fairfield 6th, Lane Raider Santos in 6th, Blake Finley 7th. Something happened to Lane Gibbs and Austin Fairfield as Finley comes across in 7th, Fairfield in 8th, Casey Perry 9th, Braden Rutter in 10th. And Lane Gibbs, I don't know if he's off or what, but he is not registered on the timesheet as of now, and he is stopped over there on the exit of the Southside Hairpin. So unfortunate to see for him and his breakout event of running in senior. And that is going to do it for the morning program. When we come back, we are going to have Kid Karts underway for the Kid Kart program. And following that will be the afternoon session. It looks like the rain picking up just a little bit. But hey, we race rain or shine here at WRP. And we'll see you guys here shortly. We're going to switch back over to the free program as we get set to go for the Kid Kart schedule along with practice. So stay tuned as we still have more racing coming to you guys here this afternoon.
Welcome to the Kart Indianapolis experience at Whiteland Raceway Park. Indy's premier outdoor karting circuit, Whiteland Raceway Park is just 20 minutes south of downtown Indy and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our trackside event center and high-speed go-karts make Whiteland Raceway Park the perfect destination for your next event or party. Stop in today or book your race online at racewrp.com and experience real racing right here in Indy.
We're at a commercial break.
I need a new 219 chain. I need a 77 tooth rear sprocket. I need some more chain lube, and I need it probably as soon as like tomorrow. Dude, are you even listening? Like, we need this to run this weekend.
Want anything else?
What do you mean?
I already got it in the Kart on Acceleration Kart Racing's online store, bro. All orders over $200 get free shipping.
Oh, throw in a set of tires.
Done.
Everything you need, all in one place and shipped to your door for free on orders of $200 or more. Exclusions apply. Shop AKR.com.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.